Yeah, I agree. Miami, I've always said I think they're slightly better than their record, but there's still a huge gap. And I think we saw that in game one, where honestly, like Miami played a pretty good game. I mean, they shot above 40% from three. Uh, I thought overall, like, some of Tyler Hero didn't play that great. Bam had an inefficient game, but for the most part, they were hanging in there for the majority of the game until eventually Cleveland's talent, the gap between these two teams finally uh Cavs pulled away. But I had some quick notes that I wanted to go over before this game started. So here's my thoughts on game two. Here's my questions. All right. Number one, it's the main thing everyone wants to know. Can Evan Mobley arrive? Can he be a little bit more effective, especially on offense? Because he had kind of a quiet night. I don't think he was horrible by any means, but he was just kind of out there, right? I want to see him be more effective, be more aggressive, especially when he's at the five. That lineup actually did pretty well in all the advanced metrics and everything, but we got to see it translate, right, to a larger sample size and to actual box score production. So I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking to see if Darius Garland continues to score and create advantages, especially when he's playing one-on-one or in mismatches. And then the other thing the Cavs did really good in game one that I'm hopeful will continue is they won the possession battle. They only turned it over 7 times, and they had 14 offensive rebounds. Now, they gave up, I think, 11 offensive rebounds of their own, especially in the second half. Things weren't great in that department, but they won the possession battle. And so when they do that, when they take care of the ball, when they don't get beat on the glass, and they won the three-point battle as well, which I expect them to do every time, you should be able to win each game. If you're able to take care of those two categories, the possession battle and winning the three-point battle, you're probably going to sweep Miami. So that's what I'm going to keep an eye on throughout the whole series.
Yeah, I think something that's kind of held me back from being ultra content with the first game is just that I think if they played a more adequate team, they would have lost. I think
Mm.
that despite the fact that Mitchell, Garland, and Jerome all played well, it was the offense outside of those three just never felt like it got rolling. And it felt that was the reason I felt like why Miami was able to kind of stay within that 8-point range for the bulk of the game. Even when the Cleveland would get out to like a 16-point lead at certain points, Miami was able to claw back because the water would just shut off. And then I wouldn't say it was like in seasons past where the offense kind of stalled into hero ball, but it's just like the shots just weren't falling for Cleveland. And I think honestly, a lot of that does have to do with Mobley. It feels like when Mobley is going, everything feels like it's clicking. But Mobley kind of reverted mentally to like his offensive play style of old. We didn't really see an aggressiveness outside of like the early minutes in the first quarter. It feels like once that didn't go his way, he just shut down. And it's obviously no like leap in logic to say when Mobley is firing on all cylinders, everyone benefits. But I think a lot of the offense, especially this season, has kind of been with Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley all going off. And we can't expect a Ty Jerome 28-point game every single time to bail out the bad bench performance either.
Yeah, Ty Jerome really saved the bench last game. So that's the other thing. Is the bench going to give us anything? Tot Chan, we don't have any VIPs right now. Unfortunately, all of our VIPs are already here. But before I forget, before the game starts, let me say hello to everybody. So rude of me again. I was so focused on revealing the wall. I forgot to say hello to everybody. So hello to Dylan, Dan, Aura, Brilliant Damage, Micah 22, Cavs LQ, Demo, Old Kid, Cool Guy. What's up? I saw you say hello in the chat. What's going on, man? Dr. Manhattan, Brian, aka Mr. Red Pants, Seam Bolo, Adhar02, and Tachan. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all having a great, what is it, Thursday? Hope everyone's having a great Thursday. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. I knew I was wrong when I said Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I hope you're enjoying the new wall. I've seen a couple positive chats. I know Dan was a little upset, but you know what? I think we're gonna win him over in the long run. So yeah, let's go. It's Cavs playoffs. We're here, game 2 against the Miami Heat. I don't need VIP in case I have one. I don't know if it doesn't look like you have one right now, but you did in the past. So yes, Mr. Red Pants, I think you already sacrificed your VIP, so we appreciate you. Someone in here has a VIP because of Mr. Red Pants. So everyone say thank you to Mr. Red Pants. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Let's do this. Let's get up 2-0. This game right here, this is an area where I'm not gonna, it doesn't mean the world. It's not the most important game ever, but if the Cavs are serious, This is a game where you got to come for the jugular, right? You got to stomp on your opponent. Don't give them any reason to believe they have a chance heading back to Miami. Go up 2-0 right here. Take care of business. Davion Mitchell getting the start in this game. Interested to see what that looks like for the Miami Heat, kind of leaning more heavily into the defense side of things. But how does that change their offense? Mitchell actually had he had 18 points and like 8 to 12 shooting last game. So he did pretty good. But the Heat bench, what are you going to get from that? I think assuming the Cavs bench is a little more, somewhat closer to what we've seen throughout the regular season, where DeAndre Hunter scoring, Ty Jerome maybe doesn't score 28, but he's giving you his usual numbers. Sam Merrill, can Isaac Okoro hit a shot, please? I don't know if Okoro Island can survive another storm. So maybe D Wade gives you something. Like, I think the Cavs bench should really be able to dominate right now. But we're going to have to see.
Yeah, the thing with Miami, too, is like players like Duncan Robinson, even Alec Burks moving to the bench are players that we've seen rise up in big moments. And I wouldn't say they're like to go into this being like, all right, well, now Miami's bench is going to be a wash, because that'd be like saying like, all right, everyone in Cleveland's bench at this point is going to be a wash after game one. Like especially like with Duncan Robinson. I feel like Duncan Robinson's someone that could easily just have a 5 for 6 3-point night coming off the bench that we just don't foresee. So Davion Mitchell starting, I think, was just more for the defense. I think offensively he has had it going for like the better half or for the better part of his Miami Heat tenure. But I feel like this wasn't an offensive decision for them. I feel like offensively they were probably pretty happy to be as close as they were with Cleveland. It was defensively where they felt like they were giving up the runs.
Yeah, they played well on offense. I'm interested to see what they look like from the 3-point line to start this game, because they were red hot in the first 3 quarters of game one. Then they really cooled off in the fourth quarter. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Dan already says it's over. The Jarrett Allen layup wasn't encouraging enough. All right, here we go. Wiggins. A lob to Kel'el Ware. All right, that was another thing I'm going to be watching for is, Kel'el Ware. I feel like he got played off the court pretty quickly in game one, only 20 minutes. Just didn't look that effective. Interested to see how the rookie big looks.
They relegated him pretty much to just shooting the three. They were willing to give him that all day. And he took 2 wide open threes. They just didn't hit. And I think at that point, Spo was like, all right, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But then that being said, oh my God, I can't remember their backup big's name off the top of my head. He had like 31 minutes. Whoever, I can't. Oh my God.
Who are you thinking of? Kyle Anderson?
No, Haywood Highsmith. That's who I'm thinking.
I wasn't sure because it's like he's a backup big, but he's not like a true center. That's why I wasn't sure.
I felt like that was their stopgap where they were like, we're just gonna play Bam at the 5 and then twine him with Highsmith sometimes, because I wouldn't go into that game thinking that Highsmith was gonna play 31 minutes.
Yeah. Good shot from Tyler Herro there. One thing that I'm watching every time Tyler Herro gets into the middle of the lane right there is what Jarrett Allen does. And the shot went in, but I like that Jarrett Allen kind of showed, hedged, and then went right back to box out Kel'el Ware. Didn't pull a 2023 Mitchell Robinson where he just ignores him. He actually got back and boxed out. So the shot went in. It didn't matter. But I'm keeping an eye on how the bigs react to Tyler Herro or anybody else getting into the middle of the lane.
I know Tyler Herro caught a lot of flack for game one, but I honestly felt like he was given the hardest workload. And I think he hit some pretty pivotal shots for Miami to stay within reach for the bulk of that game. I think he just has the tall task. Like, I know, yes, Bam outscored him in that game, but I don't think we look when trying to game plan against the Heat being like, how can we limit Bam's touches? I'd rather get beat by Bam than get beat by Tyler Herro.
Yeah, I think the fact that Bam had 24 points on 22 shots. If you're the Cavs, you're like 2 thumbs up. We love that you did that, because I mean that's just like, listen, 24 points is good, but it took you 22 shots and they were all mid-range jumpers. It felt like that's a result that you'll take.
They had him stretch a little too.
Yeah,
it's like I will live with Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo uncontested threes more than Tyler Herro semi-contested pull-up three, which he's prone to shooting a decent amount.
Yeah.
The minute Herro gets going, he gets like that untouchable confidence, which makes him infinitely more dangerous.
Here we go, Max Strus giving it to Evan Mobley. One thing Mobley struggled with was Bam's physicality in the first game. Don't think that was really a physicality thing right there on that play. Just turns it over.
I feel like he just bailed out.
Yeah. All right, Cavs. Slow start here. Let's see if Max Strus can get him going with an open three. Sounds like it went in. My stream froze.
Yeah, my stream froze too.
The crowd reaction made me believe it went in. Nice. Max Strus, I think, hit 3 threes in the first quarter of last game too. So he's been the guy who like gets them going oftentimes. Tough shot.
It feels like Max Strus has taken the Evan Mobley mantle of hitting the first 3 of the game to be like, all right, we got ourselves going here.
Garland with a nice crossover. All right, Cavs not hitting shots right now, but it's still very, very early. Overall, I think the offense they turned it over at least one time. The Mobley turnover. That Garland 3 was pretty deep, but it's a shot that I've seen him hit. So far, not enough here for me to really form an opinion yet. Interested to see what the Cavs do as the game starts to settle in. What's going on already?
Once the rotations stagger, I feel like the talent disparity between the two clubs really goes. And that's why I agree with you. It's like you can't really go off the first 5 minutes of the game and be like, all right, the Cavs just clearly don't have it today. Because when we're seeing the Haywood Highsmith, Duncan Robinson, maybe they pull Jaime Jaquez out of the gulag or something.
I've heard Nikola Jovic. Heat fans want him to play in this game, which I mean, I guess
he started the season as a starter, and they yanked it real quick.
Bam with a 3, left him wide open though, as we were saying. Him and Ware, they've been content to give open threes. I think he shot 1 of 5, Bam, from 3 last game. So already Miami 5 of 6 start. They're off to a hot start. We'll see. Allen had Herro completely sealed down there. Another Strus 3. Nope. All right, Cavs. See if we can get a stop.
We're leaving Bam out on the island again.
Yeah. Just not even looking at him.
I feel like the mentality for that too is you just don't want to take Mobley out from being inside more. So you're willing to give up that look in just so you don't have a crash be like completely vacant.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Dodged a bullet there. Thankfully, they got the rebound. Took them 2 tries, but they got it. See Evan Mobley inverted pick and roll. Oh, yeah. Yeah, one thing I noticed for sure in that first game is that Donovan Mitchell, really, and Darius Garland, no problem getting around Miami's point of attack defense. Like even Davion Mitchell, who's a good defender, like they all looked very comfortable dribbling the ball. And so as they settle in, I think the Cavs, hopefully they settle in at some point because they can get good looks against this Miami defense. It's just a matter of staying calm and sticking to the process. But already 2 turnovers here. Remember, they had 7 turnovers the entire game 1. So 2 already in the opening 5 minutes.
Just getting it out early,
Yeah, get them out of the way, I guess. All right, we got Davion versus Donovan.
Wiggins posting up.
Garland. That was Wiggins. All right, that was.
Oh,
my God. Allen with a big block. Let's go.
Oop.
Lob? Oh! It wasn't the greatest finish, but that lob went all the way up to the friggin' rafters.
It broke Playback.
All I know is LeBron couldn't catch that. I saw Austin Reeves.
You saw that too.
To LeBron. But Donovan Mitchell can still get it. Austin Reeves is throwing like 2016 J.R. Smith lobs to LeBron, except LeBron's almost 10 years older now and isn't able to get them like that.
He's like, I saw you do this in 2013. Let's recreate it.
Ben is in the chat. Ben Pfeiffer, what's up? He says, hype for Pacers to beat the Cavs in 6 next round. Hey, hold on, buddy. Listen, I will say you guys are whooping Milwaukee right now. Even the return of Damian Lillard couldn't slow you down. So I'm a bit nervous. But I'm trying to stay focused one series at a time. That next round Could be Ben says I'm not serious. Yeah. Next round would be much more challenging though, I think. Again, I don't want to jinx anything and I'm not getting ahead of myself, but Pacers Cavs would be an interesting series. Right now, Indiana just absolutely taking it to Milwaukee and talking a lot of trash too. I saw Bucks fans are pissed online how much trash the Pacers have been talking to them.
It does hurt when you're getting crap thrown your way and you're losing because you have no leg to stand on.
Someone tweeted like, I've never seen a team talk this much trash unwarranted or something, or like
justified
no one even
or something
unjustified. And it's like, dude, it's the playoffs. Like you don't have to. The other team doesn't have to start it first. Like you could just. It's the playoffs. It's competitive.
Everyone's like, what did I do?
Why? That was it. It's like, why are you talking to me? It's like, well, I don't know. We're competing. But yeah, it is hilarious how much trash they're talking. Yeah, I didn't even get to watch that last game in its entirety, but I watched the recap on NBA's YouTube channel, and not many Lillard highlights, that's for sure. I know he only had 14 points, and yeah, dude, he played 37 minutes in his first game after like missing 6 weeks. Yeah, it's like, good Lord, he played. I was watching the first quarter. And there's like 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and the announcer says, Damian Lillard's played every minute of the quarter so far. I'm like, good Lord.
You fresh off the blood clot meds. They're like, all right, buddy, get out there.
Usually that first wind is what hits you the quickest when you return after some time off. Like you should have played him maybe like 3-4 minutes, then gave him a little bit of a rest, let that second wind hit. But he just right off first quarter after 6 weeks on the bench.
Lillard knows deep down that if the Bucks don't win one round of the playoffs, that he's going to be stuck in Milwaukee by himself.
Dude, I don't know how they fix what's going on over there. They just don't have the talent. They cashed in Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma, which that's a huge miss we're already seeing. I mean, he's literally, I think the Tony Snell is no more. It should be the Kuzma from now on. Like it should be the Kyle Kuzma.
Tony, you could have been on the floor in game one. The stat line is identical. You didn't even suit up. Congrats.
I could get a rebound. All right. I could get one rebound. How many minutes did he play?
22.
22 minutes. I could get one rebound, guys. I could get at least one. I'm exaggerating. Even
I'd also do. I do it for a quarter of the price, Ben. Let's bid up on this.
But no, just like I don't know what your move is if you're Milwaukee. I don't know how you improve this roster.
Who are you dangling is the real question. Nothing. And then the player they also traded in the 3-part deal to Washington. I forget what his name was, but I guess he started balling like AJ Johnson or something. Like he started balling out the minute he got there. So whatever chip just happened. Yeah. Whatever chip you just had, you now have Kyle Kuzma, who after this playoff series is going to be real tough. And in an apron league now, you are
you're a very expensive roster.
Well, also no one's going to want to take on that contract because it's not like long gone now is the I'll take picks for bad contracts because no owner wants to pay more money on top of paying for bad contracts on top of losing.
Was that an 8-second violation?
Yep.
What just happened? Wow. That's just so, yeah, I mean, already 3 turnovers and 2 of them are just complete mental lapses. The one was on the inbound pass, and right there you get an 8-second violation. Cavs not very sharp to start this game. They got to lock in. They're dilly-dallying right now. Not many locked-in individuals.
They pushed the friendship button early.
Yeah, Ty Jerome and DeAndre Hunter now. Ty Jerome on an island with Andrew Wiggins.
I'll be interested to see how the Miami defense reacts to Ty Jerome now.
Yeah. Well, they sent a double team to him at half court in the fourth quarter of that last game. It was funny. How often do you see the sixth man, the third point guard coming in and draw a double team?
Not since the Suns when they had Isaiah Thomas, Goran Dragic, and Eric Bledsoe.
And that 3-guard rotation was nasty. DeAndre Hunter.
Defensively, it was an abomination, but
All right, Tyler Hero trying to go at DG. Darius does a good job holding his own right there. Just walls him off.
I just don't know how
Miami
opposing
what they're doing.
scouting reports now don't show that DG is like not as much as a pushover as most guards his size are.
Yeah.
I think teams don't find that out until he's right in front of them.
Yeah, right there, Tyler Hero found out the hard way. Darius Garland played good defense in game 1 too, and Sam Merrill.
Yeah,
was very proud of the way Sam played defensively. Now they're trying.
He
to
got put in
on
tough spots
Hero.
in that 3-guard rotation too.
That was a tough shot, but this is what I meant earlier when I was talking about my keys. Can Darius continue to score one-on-one and create advantage? I don't want them to play heliocentric or anything, but if Darius Garland is able to cook one-on-one against Tyler Hero or any switches he gets, that's a huge key for this Cavs team. And when you think to last year's playoffs, he just wasn't doing that. Here he's looking very confident against Hero. Dances right around him. Yeah, okay. The offensive process could probably be a bit better than a 30-foot step back from Darius Garland. This isn't what I want them to do over and over again, but I do like seeing Darius play with some confidence. And, when he's creating and in a groove like this, the Cavs are really, really hard to game plan for. So I like to see Darius looking confident right there. And just the more you target Tyler Hero and make him work defensively, the harder it's going to be for him to carry the offensive load that Miami needs him to carry. Sam Merrill out there now, too. Cavs going 5 out with Mobley. I'd love to see Mobley get going here again. Like, no Bam on the floor. He's surrounded by 4 shooters. Really tough shot. Wow. But Darius is cooking right now, dude. Oh, my God. One-legged step back. Fade away from the mid-range. Darius is in his bag. Good contest from Mobley. Nice. Cavs running. Darius again. Uh-oh.
Oh, kick it to Sam.
I'll give it to Sam, yeah. All right, Cavs. Yeah, I agree, John Michael. You can feel the momentum just a little bit shifting, not quite all the way, but that's just a dirty move from Darius. All right, come on.
Pick with Sam.
Sam Merrill setting the screen. Damn.
Oh. Pick and pop.
Jeez, Sam. Come on, man.
I don't know why that looked like such a clean look.
I thought it was going in. I said before the series that I think this is going to be a big Sam Merrill series. He was, he was out there in game 1 playing good defense, hit a couple threes, but I need like a 5-3 game out of Sam Merrill. All right, Sam on Hero. Let's see if he can hold up again defensively. Coming up, screening for him. They switch it. Ty Jerome now. Lots of dribbling from Hero. Turns it over. Good defense.
He's not switching on to as easy assignments as he thinks he is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like Ty Jerome and Sam Merrill, they're both fighting hard. So a lot of dribbling, no other action. Turns it over. And then Evan Mobley going coast to coast. That was a beautiful move right here. Goes to the reach, keeps the ball high. Good start from Mobley. It was a very slow offensive start overall, but I'd say the last few minutes the Cavs are finding their groove.
Yeah, the good thing about playing Miami is that it allows you to kind of work through this and without facing like the chance that you just play yourself out of a game. Just because with a team like Miami, it should only take like B to B plus type games from the Cavs to beat the Heat pretty convincingly in this series. The Cavs would have to go pretty cold across the board, I think, for the Heat to really have a chance to win a game or two. So take advantage of it for the bench, especially. I want to see the bench be aggressive. This isn't something where I'm like, if Sam Merrill doesn't have it or Dean Wade or Okoro is like unwilling, that's not what I think. This is the type of series to kind of shoot your way through it. So by the time they get to the second and third round, we're kind of starting to all fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is a very good matchup for the Cavs in the sense that, they have a clear talent advantage, but they are playing a very respectable and competent opponent in the Miami Heat rather than, whether it would have been the Bulls or the Hawks or whatever. Like, they do have to try and they do have to earn this, but they have such a big talent gap that they can also. It's a good step forward to take in the playoffs against a team like this to clear this challenge. While it's something that they are obviously overwhelmingly favored to do, they're still going to have to earn it a little bit. And that makes me feel good about, building confidence, building proof of concept, working through some of the smaller issues that they have. And, I won't say it's low stakes because it is the playoffs. Everything's high stakes, but in a lower stakes series than what they've had a chance to do in the past. So I think, again, it's only game 2. We're only not even a full quarter into it, but I like the way the Cavs are, kind of trial and error, going to figure things out in this series and hopefully carry it forward to a long playoff run.
For a team that hasn't really broken through the ceiling in the postseason like the Cavs have, the worst thing that probably could have happened to them is that they could have sleepwalked their way through the first round just to get punched in the face in the second round and then kind of have to recover. Because I think that was probably in the cards for them if they played a Bulls team. Like, they beat the Bulls, they go out, they play the Pacers, who are also playing red hot right now against the Bucks. I think it's just you kind of play to the level of your competition. And if you were used to kind of just dozing your way through, not really struggling against the Bulls or Hawks, and then you play the Pacers, who clearly are a much better team offensively, you might just get caught sleeping at the wrong time.
Yeah, for sure. Jarrett, what's going on, man? Not feeling too well. Hoping Cavs get me a win. Sorry to hear it. I know it's been a rough couple weeks here for you, man. So I hope you're doing good. And hope the Cavs get you another dub. Let's go up 2-0. Right, Jarrett? Let's get it done. Go back to Miami with a 2-0 lead. Thanks for tuning in. All right, Donovan Mitchell back on the floor. Mitchell, Jerome, Merrill. See who else is out there.
Lineup.
Sam checking Herro. All right, Mobley and Hunter are the other two. So, again, still a 5-out lineup with no Bam on the floor. I want to see Mobley get some touches. Mitchell looked like a clean steal at first, but he must have got him because he put his hand up too.
Looked like he hit him in the back right before.
Oh, yeah.
It's always so nice of Brad to assume the best. Accidentally, obviously.
All right, Sam doing a good job sticking on Herro. They're playing way off of Bam.
That's a possession you will live with 10 times out of 10.
That's a very good possession for the Cavs.
A shot clock heave by Bam Adebayo. Sure. Sounds great.
Do that every time if you can. No.
Oh, we got the Highsmith Bam stack.
All right. Good defense from Mobley. Wow. Shot still went in. It's good defense. All right, Cavs. Ty Jerome said, "I'll do it myself."
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Larson, Timo. First time.
Every team has an AJ Green,
Yeah. Hopefully I won't end the night being familiar with him either. I don't want to see a random explosion from this dude. Oh. All right, back and forth right now.
Oh no, Ben likes Larson though. He does his research.
Uh-oh. They're double teaming Ty Jerome.
Oh,
what a dime. Oh my goodness. Ty Jerome, that was actually an incredible pass. Just a rando NPC wing at this point. Yeah, that's like a really difficult pass to make.
That was crazy.
And then Mobley going up strong. No pump fakes around here, just going straight to the rim. That's his third dunk already, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how Ty Jerome didn't turn it over right there. It's crazy. Kenny Atkinson said before the game, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was very funny. Let me pull up. Jackson tweeted it, and it made me laugh. I want to read the full quote. Kenny Atkinson said about Ty Jerome, quote, he's a really humble guy at the end of the day. Like, he knows he's not a player. He's not an all-star, right? Listen, Ty Jerome seems like a very great guy. Humble is one way to describe him. This man will pull up from the logo on the first shot attempt of the game, and he is the most confident person I've ever seen when you hear him talk in interviews. I almost wonder if Kenny Atkinson saying Ty Jerome isn't a max player is the type of thing that'll make Ty Jerome go take $20 million this offseason to go be an all-star starter somewhere else. Like, is he going to that his head coach said that? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was a funny quote from Kenny.
He's pretty even keeled.
The floater off the glass. Come on. We said Ty Jerome can't score 28 every game. Are we sure? Are we sure he can't score 28 every game?
Who's the guy? There's only one way to find out.
That well, I said it too. It's like
you agreed. I uttered it into existence.
Just keeps on doing it. Miami. Dan, did you just come up with that? Because that's honestly elite. If you just came up with that, Miami is really good.
That's top
we were
notch.
Think of like LeBronto, Ty Jerome type of stuff. You came up with that, Dan? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you are him, Dan. That's fire. Very clever. I'm gonna have to steal that from you, okay? It's my take now. No, I'm just kidding. That's great though.
Give him a kickback when you make the shirts.
I'll give you royalties.
This is like Shark Tank for 95% equity. Ben, I agree. The Bam has Bam probably looks at himself and thinks he's Chris Bosh in the mirror. Who, by the way, I don't know who knows. Chris Bosh, not a part of the big three. Must be really tough to find that out through LeBron's best friend that you're not considered a part of the big three.
Yeah, that was a crazy take, honestly.
I'm sure LeBron listened to that and wasn't thrilled. I don't think LeBron gave the green light being like, yeah, you can shit on Chris. It's cool. Yeah.
And Ben said every use is another thing off the wall. All right, I guess which Michael do you want off the wall first? Jordan, Myers, or B Jordan?
Or Jordan.
Yeah. Well,
my God.
There's been a lot of missed dunks in the playoffs so far. Have you noticed that? Aaron Jordan missed a clutch dunk. Who else? Asar Thompson missed a wide open dunk. Bam just missed another dunk. Jordan McRae. That's what I need. Well, there is the championship banner right here. So technically, he's represented. He is there. Cavs are in the lead now. The dip is back in the positives. Oh.
Relation to Tate McRae. Yeah, nephew. Oh my God, Ty.
No, I was gonna say that. Man, all right, good first quarter. You know, it was a pretty slow start, but the Cavs found their rhythm. Ty Jerome found a rhythm. Darius Garland with a couple tough shots. The defense started to click a little bit. The lob right there was awesome. Evan definitely had a good first quarter, although he had a good first quarter in game one too. So I want to see it continue, right? Like I think he shot 3 or 4 in the first quarter. Maybe that was the first half, but yeah, I would like Hunter to get something to go. That would be cool. DeAndre Hunter scored, but you know what? It cleared the way for Okoro. The comeback. Okoro, Here we go.
The seas are parting.
This time.
The trade for Hunter wasn't for his playoff production. It was to make more room for the minutes that Okoro is going to consume.
Exactly. You know, it's just like you have to justify Okoro's minutes somehow, and he doesn't always do it himself. So if the guy ahead of him is playing really bad, that's kind of
and you got rid of 2 bench players to get said bench player.
Exactly. You're just clearing the way.
Addition by subtraction, boys. That's so genius by Kobe Altman. I didn't know he was playing 5D chess like that.
He's always playing 5D chess, even when you don't think so. He's got plans on top of plans.
And then he brings Javonte Green in to show that even though people slight Okoro that all he makes are layups, some players actually can't make those layups. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen a player struggle with more open layups than Javonte Green.
He went on a generational run to end the regular season, and they topped it all off by blowing like a 30-point lead to the Pacers B squad. Like, that was crazy. I had a feeling too, like the entire time I was like, well, you never know. You never know with this garbage time lineup for the Cavs. No lead is safe, and good God, did they prove that in the craziest way possible. Yeah, no Jason Tatum tonight. Pritchard, 6th man of the year. Listen. You could have said that in October because they gave him the award back in October. But no, I mean, it seemed like he was going to win it all year. I'm very surprised that Ty Jerome didn't get more love. He came in 3rd. I still would have given him a vote over Malik Beasley, although Beasley was a dog this year too. But yeah, it's just surprising to me that it wasn't even a conversation. That's all. Like, Peyton Pritchard was good. If someone wants to argue he should have won, that's fair. But it should have been a conversation.
It felt like it boiled down to the minutes. And I think when that turned out to detract from Jerome's case, I feel like it should have amplified it because he does insane production considering the limited amount of minutes he plays per game. Like, Peyton Pritchard sometimes plays more than the starters. And Ty Jerome plays, for the most part of the season, 20 minutes a game. And his PERs are pretty crazy.
Yeah. And when he did, like, anytime the Cavs needed him to step and play more minutes, it translated, right? Like, it wasn't – and someone else said, like, oh, well, you know, Ty Jerome hasn't played as many games as Peyton Pritchard. Ty Jerome played 70 games. It's not like this dude played 52 games or something. It's not like he didn't play minutes. He was playing minutes.
Like, this isn't like a Joel Embiid Rookie of the Year conversation where he played like 36 games, and it's like, maybe we should give him it.
I didn't understand why it was so – like, why that was the main reason that kept coming up. It's like, oh, he didn't play as many minutes. He didn't play as many games. I'm like, he still played a whole bunch of minutes on the best team in the Eastern Conference. It's not like he was playing – Craig Porter minutes, you know,
he played more games than Luka and LeBron did.
Exactly. It's not like we're talking about Jalen Tyson's per 36 or anything.
If you look at his 2 minutes per game in non-garbage, when you filter that out.
Right. All right. DeAndre Hunter did a really good job one-on-one there against Bam, and they end up forcing a shot clock violation because of it. Good job from Hunter.
I will be right.
Hey, look at this. DeAndre just using his body, staying physical. You know, Bam, not sure what he was really doing. By the way, good double team from Donovan Mitchell. Really well timed. It definitely surprised Bam right there. When is Hunter going to score? Right here, Jarrett. It's about to happen right here. Watch. I was pretty much right as long as he makes a free throw. This was a Lisanel Tony moment right there. As long as he makes the free throw. This was me seeing the vision. He's got to make both. That's fair. Tony Al-Gaib strikes again. Did you see that, Corey?
Oh.
I called it. I predicted it. But he's got to hit the free throws, though. There we go. DeAndre Hunter has his first points as a Cavalier in the playoffs. All it took was his best friend setting him up. Yeah, Ty Jerome's legitimately drawing 2 defenders to the ball. This is insane. They're like, we have to get the ball out of this dude's hands. I'm just going to enjoy it while it lasts because this very well could mean that Ty Jerome ends the season with generational wealth and he's no longer in Cleveland, but I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
It is probably I just don't know how to describe it other than you almost can't feel joy in his success because every further stepping stone for Ty Jerome feels like it's a step further away from the Cavs.
Mobley 3, let's go. But yeah, Corey, I'm with you. That's why I'm like, I'm not even trying to think of the future. I'm just going to be a prisoner of the moment. All right. Cause right now, if you told me Ty Jerome was the best player on the Cavs, I'd be like, yeah, of course. He's their number one option on offense. That's how
What's his rating on 2K in 94?
there's got to be 29 other teams watching this saying, how much cap space do we have this summer? Could we get Ty Jerome?
If I was Detroit, I'd be like, wait, we can actually have a second ball handler for
Detroit, Orlando, like any of these other teams. But
Paolo
let's not think of
and
that.
Ty Jerome have beef. You can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. DeAndre Hunter, is he going now?
Oh!
Let's go! DeAndre! It's not a Cavalanche because the Heat are still scoring, but this is a good stretch from the Cavs. They're starting to nail threes. Good help from Mobley. Highsmith.
Okay.
He's shooting the ball well right now.
Must be nice.
Cavalier slide. Keep workshopping.
I'm workshopping.
Not as polished as Miami, but we'll get there. It doesn't. Miami didn't happen overnight. We started off with what, Tyronto or something.
Tyronto.
Another three from Hunter. Yeah. Sam. Let's go, Sam.
Sam stick.
Oh. Let's go. Sam Merrill. What's that? 3 straight threes from the Cavs. Ty Jerome's getting the people on their feet. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, he said, I'm taking the 3 right here. He pulled a Tyler Herro on Tyler Herro. He said, this is how it's done. This is how you get a steal and turn it into 3 points, Tyler. He looked right at him, said, bang. Sam Merrill's going to get fined $5,000 for whatever Anthony Edwards said. Everyone saw that. Did you see that?
No.
I'll plug it in I'll plug it in the chat. Unless someone in the chat already knows it. Unsuccessful hate watch so far. Cool guy. What's the Boston score? I haven't checked. I know no Tatum tonight. They're probably good enough to win either way. Wouldn't be surprised they're blowing them out. They're winning. Here. I guess Sam Merrill couldn't say this to the Cleveland crowd, but he definitely could have said it to Tyler Herro after this play. I'll plug it right here.
Oh my God.
47-50 Celtics up.
The Cavalanche confetti.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get on the court.
That's what I was thinking when I saw that they were going all in on it. I'm like, so we're just going to be dumping confetti prematurely on the floor?
Yeah, hopefully. Wasn't it like Philadelphia a few years ago where they accidentally hit the confetti when the game went to overtime?
Yep.
Then they had to clean it up.
I'm sure that I
guess they only did it
loud. Was not thrilled. Now they're throwing snowballs. I don't want to sound like the rebellious teen or whatever, but I feel like when it hits this level where the team fully buys in on it and becomes like monetized, it makes it less appealing to me.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be like oversaturated.
Well, it was like when they made the special Junkyard Dog chain and it was like sponsored by Jared Jewelers or something. It's like, now we're losing the mystique of the Junkyard Dog chain, but the Junkyard Pod is still going strong, everybody. Unsullied by sponsorship, probably for the worst. We would love to be sullied by sponsorship, but it currently still unsponsored.
We're choosing to not be
This is a lot of fake snow, by the way. This has been like 2 uninterrupted minutes of a lot of snow just coming down on the fans here.
Imagine the people who are like unaware when they bought those nosebleed seats that they're in the snow area, that they're just gonna have confetti dumped on them the whole time. Oh my God, it's still snowing? Or is this like a visual effect? Now I'm confused.
So that was their first official Cavalanche. Yeah. I know the land on Playback, their Playback stream, their guys get the goggles. Like, I mean, they just bought them their own. They didn't get sent goggles or anything. But I was like, that was a good idea. That was funny. But now it's gone corporate.
True. That's tough timing with the purchase.
Yeah. Well, I think they've been doing it for a little while.
I'm a little disappointed in us that we didn't think of that first.
I had the same thought. I was like, damn it. How did we let them?
It's not like it's the most like out of left field thought out there.
I know it was low hanging fruit, and we just completely fumbled it. All right, Davion Mitchell is gonna learn who Sam Merrill is. Good help from Mobley again. Step back over Sam. No good.
Willing
Cavs
to take
keep
that all
coming.
day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm loving these confident step backs because they can't break through the first layer.
Oh. Hunter with a rebound. He stepped out, but still let the record show he grabbed a rebound. Yeah, look. Okay, so they had this planned, obviously. I feel like they could have waited. They kind of hit the Cavaliers a little early, you know? Like we're only
a
up
9-point game.
Yeah, you gotta wait for like a true Cavaliers. A little too soon. I agree. Cavs LQ. They hit it pretty early. They have another Cavaliers queued up, ready and waiting. I would love to be the guy who presses the Cavaliers button. Just you see Ty Jerome check in, and you're like, all right, time to get ready.
The leaning forward meme.
Yeah. It's like, well, oh man, another contested three from Adebayo. The Cavs are doing a good job forcing. Like this is what I talk about when we're thinking of the process. If you're forcing Bam and Davion Mitchell into contested threes, you're winning the matchup right now. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
wow.
Dean Wade is at the
Mitchell kept it alive. Ty Jerome, swing it, Sam. Let's go. Another Cavalier. Just hit another.
Hit the confetti again.
And a turnover. Oh, I thought he turned it over. The camera like whipped around. All right. Oh, there's Jovic. Missed it.
Here comes our Jovic. Come in, Dean.
Yeah. Match the Jovic minutes with Dean minutes. That's what I was.
Dean's at the scorer's table.
Oh, is he? Is he really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Kenny's one step ahead of it.
Dinola Wadovic. It's like did you ever watch the Game of Zones on Bleacher Report?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Where the meme for Dallas was they had triple Dirks and it was Luka, Porzingis, and Maxi Kleber. We just have infinite versions of Dean Wade.
Hey, if you gave me more Dean Wades, this Cavs team would be better. Okoro on the floor. Let's go ice. I'm telling you, he's not going to go 0 for 4 today because if he starts 0 for 2, it's probably the end of Okoro in the rotation.
Yeah. Tread lightly, Isaac. Make those 3-point attempts count.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Mitchell over the other Mitchell. Nope.
Who's also 45.
All right, Jarrett Allen. Oh, because Jarrett Allen switched out onto Mitchell. Here we go. They're trying to get Dean Wade in the post. Lots of ball movement, not really going anywhere. A tough shot right there. That was good defense. Mitchell's played really good since like the play-in tournament. He's been hooping. Nice.
Go under. Yeah.
Nice. You go under that, you just blow right into a 3-pointer,
Spider. I don't know if you know. Candace Parker.
Yeah. Well, they also just found out that Darius Garland blows a kiss to the crowd after every 3.
I know. She was like, he blew a kiss to the crowd.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was other people on Twitter who didn't know that he did that too, and he's been doing it all season. One thing that I didn't know, another just super easy look for the Cavs. I didn't know the reason he's doing that is for his grandparents who passed away. I didn't know that was the full story to it. But yeah, he has been doing it all year long
too. Or
yeah, that was a little not sure what he's adding onto it.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, this is where you hit the Cavaliers button. Whoever's in charge of it, you hit it a little too early because this is more like it. What was this? What is the run they're on right now? Wasn't it just like a 2-point game? It's 50-4. What happened? This is crazy. Man, this Cavs team so quickly 17-4 run. Just all of a sudden they're relentless. All of a sudden it's a 16-point game. I totally wouldn't do this in the playoffs. Yeah, Max Strus, uh, hitting that three. I still think I said this on the pod, and I think I've said it on the playback streams a few times, but he gets kind of overlooked because we've spent so much time talking about Ty Jerome's breakout, Evan Mobley's breakout, Darius Garland's bounce back, DeAndre Hunter, what can Dean Wade, what can Sam Merrill do? That like we almost forget how impactful Max Strus can be when the 3-point shot is falling. And in part, that's his own fault because he's not as consistent as we'd like him to be. But it's like, man, when you talk about X factors, when Max Strus is hitting the threes, rebounding, playing defense, moving the ball, like, he's such a huge difference maker. And yeah, like Demo says, hardly heard about him in the series previews. And it's like, I think he just kind of gets overlooked or, people aren't thinking about him. But when he's going, he makes such a big difference.
I saw that Tony or the Shador Sanders thing. That was wild. It's cool when you get absolutely body bagged by someone who remains anonymous.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even see this. Wow. Hey, they did the same thing to Colin Sexton, and look at how he turned out.
Yeah, it turns out the locker room really did love him. I don't care what the report said.
Here, give me 1 second. Dan, first new wall. Also, by the way, Dan, I tried to leave some of the wall blank just for you. So when I get up, you can see this blank portion of the wall.
Zoom in on your
just for you. I'll be quick though, because I think they're about to come back. Yeah, Demo, they gave Jarrett Allen the first 70-70 trophy. Not really, but Jarrett Allen, first player in NBA history to shoot 70% from the floor and 70% from the free throw line. It's true. Not enough people are talking about this.
The 50-40-90 club means nothing now.
Yeah, let's see someone do that. Let's see someone do 70-70. Okoro,
good job
with the deflection.
Okay, well.
And a contest.
All right.
Nonetheless, he's still, that was a decent possession from Okoro there. Strus, another one. Let's go, Max Strus. Man, I definitely think Max Strus, with how competitive he is, I think this series means a little something extra to him to burn Miami. Woro on Jovic, kind of a bailout call. Didn't see much of a foul there.
Unbiasedly, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I
Sam
remember
Merrill's in the chat.
Sam does it all. Sam Merrill out there locking up Tyler Herro, hitting threes, commenting in the playback chat. He's really underrated how versatile Sam Merrill is. But I remember I was thinking about this today because I was watching the Locked On Heat podcast today because Quincy Carrier, friend of the show, did a video reacting to some things that the Locked On Heat podcast was saying about this series. And I remember when we traded for Max Strus, 2 years ago now, one of them, I think his name's David, who does the Locked On Heat stuff, went on the Chasedown pod to talk about Max Strus. And I remember him being very negative about Max Strus, basically just being like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Back.
Okoro Island just saw the sun. The sun is coming out. I'll come back to my Max Strus tangent in a second. It doesn't matter. I gotta enjoy this. Okoro Island just saw the sun.
Only to have it be
Was
cascaded
that
by a
another
Tyler
Strus
Hero
3?
cloud.
Another Strus 3. Anyways, yeah, I just remember their reaction was very negative. Like, we're glad that, like, we're not going to miss Max Strus. He's a little overrated as a defender, all this. Not that Max Strus is listening to the Locked On Heat podcast, but I do think Max Strus wants to torch his former opponent or his former team. Sorry. 10 threes this quarter. I was going to say, is that 10 threes just this quarter, Demo? Did they show that on screen?
Yeah.
There's still 4 minutes left. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say it feels like a lot of threes. Okoro hit one of them, just so in case anyone forgot.
Just in case anyone forgot. Have I mentioned that Isaac Okoro made a shot but didn't hit the backboard or the side iron?
Nothing but net for the first time. And it went the
yeah.
right side of the net, too. Not an air ball that hit the outside of it.
The Cavs are currently 13 for 20 from 3.
Jesus.
That I just spoke with my mathematicians, and they told me that that's good. So we're doing well, guys. Yes, Demo, Miami's hitting shots too, but whose water you think is going to shut off first?
Ty Jerome's or Tyler Herro's? That's the question.
Oh my God. Who's friends with Jack Harlow?
Honestly, we don't know what kind of connections Ty Jerome has.
I don't know if I want Ty Jerome hanging out with. Mathematician. It's true. That is what I'm known for. That's kind of my niche. Move over Poland Spring.
10 threes. This is already most three-pointers in a playoff quarter franchise history. They've already tied it. There's still 4 minutes left. And in 2016 versus Atlanta, they set the record for playoff threes, which I forget what the final number was. But, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but off to a pretty dang good start.
Well, let's get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, let's do it. Whoa, Jarrett Allen.
That wasn't a
All right,
three.
now now we're getting away from the plot here. I want Jarrett Allen shooting three, not dunking.
They're having okay. Jovic running it through Jovic. I see you.
Well, where 3?
We'll take it all day.
I mean, the Cavs have just forced Miami into all of the wrong shots. Like, this is not the shot diet that you want if you're going to beat Cleveland.
I don't know how Jovic will handle the Jarrett Allen matchup, to be honest.
Jarrett Allen gets to be stronger than somebody and actually, be a bully on the block for once.
Oh, wow. My God.
I mean, they're just getting anything they want. EG is doing whatever he wants to Jovic. That was just step back, deep 2. Doesn't even matter. Just buried it. 13 for 17 this quarter on a lot of jump shots. Wade with the clamps. Wade forcing a turnover. Let's go. Dean Wolf strikes again. Look at this, just shaking Jovic. And here's the thing, like, Jovic was their, kind of break glass in case of emergency guy. They've already broken the glass, and he's getting broken himself. So this is not good for Miami that you go to the well with Jovic here, and he's getting played off the floor pretty quickly. Yeah, 1 3-pointer away from a franchise record for threes in a quarter. See if they can get it in the final 2 minutes here. Hitting the panic button in the second quarter of game 2. Oh. It's a bit tough, but to be fair, the Cavs have kind of forced his hand, It's like,
take that floater.
It felt like maybe Jovic could help. Oh, I unplugged my MacBook. And the Cavs just immediately went at him.
Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty poetic for Okoro Island when he's the one who breaks the record.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be him, right? I mean, everyone, place your bets now. Next 3-point field goal, Isaac Okoro. It's not even going to be from the corner. It's going to be from the wing.
FanDuel.
That's how confident I am.
Bet of the game. Okoro to break single postseason quarter record from 3. Franchise record. The tariffs have been removed from Okoro Island.
Thank God, man. The struggle, the economic struggle on Okoro Island.
China is so jealous of Okoro Island.
Oh, they took him off the court. Boo, Kenny. Boo. Cool guy says, keep my MacBook unplugged and get a Windows. Yeah, too late. Listen, how about you help us get some tariffs removed if you want me to buy a new laptop at a time like this?
You have any idea what chip rates are going for right now?
All right, here it is. There's a record.
Oh!
Money. Franchise record for 3s and a quarter. Let's go.
See, there's been, since they dropped the snow, there has been many instances where that should have been used more properly. They were just too eager. They're like, we only had enough snow for that one time.
Is that what we're calling Donovan Mitchell now? The recorder?
What happened to those nicknames that floated around Twitter?
We're down an offensive rebound.
The situation.
Grab
Kenny is irate.
Did he pivot? I don't know. Did he leave his pivot? I honestly wasn't paying close attention to whether or not he was moving his feet. He was so crowded down there.
All right, Spo, I see you. Running the plays through Jovic still.
All right, Wiggins screening. Oh, he's pushed Hunter in the back, it looks like. Something that I heard on the Locked On Heat podcast is that the Miami Heat scored 0 points off of any screens that weren't set by Bam or Kalel, where they had 0 points all game one. Right there, Wiggins sets the screen, Herro gets a bucket. So I don't know if they had scored previously on a wing guard pick and roll or anything, but right there they get 2 points, which may be their first 2 points of the series, which is pretty wild.
I feel like that pass could have been done sooner rather than kind of getting into that split the defense instead. We're at 5 turnovers, only 3 more for the whole game.
Yeah. They started off with 3 turnovers in the first couple minutes, so they've taken better care of the ball. It helps when you're just hitting a 3 every possession, you know? Hard to turn it over when you're doing that. Get Tyler Herro some help, or don't, Ben. He doesn't. It's fine. I think we're good where we are, actually.
I think Tyler Herro is the first person to tell you he's pumped to be the driver.
Darius. Man, that would have been crazy. Can I ask you a question at halftime? Sure. Send an invite. Wait, how do I know this is the real cool guy? I need some confirmation. What's the secret word? What's the code word? Let's see if he remembers. He's got to know. Come on. I need it in the chat. You got to drop the code word.
I don't even know what the code word is.
No, that's not the code word. It's got something to do with a New York All-Star. What's his what's his nickname? Big Meow. There it is. That's cool guy. That's how you know it's cool guy. Karl Anthony Towns, the Big Purr, aka the Big Meow.
Why is Cat catching strays?
I don't know. It's just that's how I know it's him. Send an invite or invitation to join the stage.
I didn't know we were
big bodega
going to this second level. Sending out invites.
Gonna come join the stage at some point. Let's see what's going on with the Celtics game too. Might as well. Well, overall, let's just say this first before we do any of that. Great first half from the Cavs. Any quarter half where you break a franchise record in a good way probably means you're playing good basketball. So again, they had a slow start. They more than made up for it. They're torching Miami right now. It's a very fun first half.
Yeah, I'd say it's been all right. You know, good start.
I mean, that Okoro 3 was the peak for sure.
Can't lie.
Cool guy, what's up?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Might take his mic a second.
No, I hear him.
Oh, you hear him?
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I heard you that time. I didn't hear you the first time.
It's the MacBook. I'm telling you, bro. Get a Windows, bro. I'm
No, get out of here. Maybe it is MacBook. Who knows? But yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. I did have a question. It's more of like just in general, more than with the Cavs specifically. So I'm saying like with the Heat, let's just say they're gonna get swept at this point. I don't see them winning a single game. I don't think they're gonna get swept. What do you do after that point? Like, you think they just like completely rebuild? Like, do you think they just throw it all in there and just tank for draft picks? Like, what would you do?
Man, that's a good question because how many of their own picks do they have? They still have their picks. They didn't. I'm trying to think of. They haven't given up their picks in any big moves, right? I mean, they traded Jimmy Butler, so they probably even got some picks. Yeah, it'd probably transition to a rebuild, and I wonder, like, see, the problem is if they could just stop making the damn play-in tournament, they'd be in a fine enough situation because they'd have good position in the draft. Not great, but like you'd be getting lottery picks. But they keep making the play-in tournament and they keep making the playoffs, and it's just putting them in like this purgatory. So I agree with Demo. I feel like Herro would be the guy I would trade, and then you could probably keep Bam. I mean, I don't know what Bam wants to do. I don't know what
value Bam holds on his own.
Like I don't know what his value is, and I don't know what he personally wants to do. But if you can keep Bam as like one of your building blocks there, sell high on Herro, get it, hopefully you hit on the draft somewhere, whether it's this year, next year, a couple years from now. Like Bam's not that old, right? Like you could still have him
27
in Miami. He's only 27. Wiggins is a good role player. Like you actually have a lot of good bones and foundations here. It's just you need like another star. And I don't know. I mean, it's Miami, so who knows? Maybe they end up getting maybe they get freaking Giannis or something, right? Like they could get a star somehow, some way.
They're gonna need a lot of cap space for that, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, it's like who do they even give up to get him and all this? So I always favor. I'm not a GM, probably never will be. You never know, but I always favor just going into the rebuild rather than being in basketball purgatory for like a decade, like.
True.
But I still think they have the pieces to like be somewhat competitive. And if you can hit on one draft pick or get one star, all of a sudden you're back into being like a legit team. If you have like Wiggins, Bam, some of these other bench guys, like as your role players, you could have a good team, but you gotta find a star. And right now they don't have one.
That's what I'm saying, because I just find it really hard with the whole let's just run it back with Wiggins. Herro as my number one option, which I'm still really iffy on.
He can't be the one.
Yeah, and then Bam, I was like, do you just run it back, or you just realize that this isn't a championship winning team more than likely, and you just kind of like start like slowly rebuilding. That's just kind of what I'm saying, coming from.
Bam's the one player they have under contract through 2028. Herro, Wiggins come off the books in 2026, and Tyler Rozier, Duncan Robinson come off the books next year. And they're going to be paying Terry Rozier $24 million and $26 million.
Damn.
I didn't even know it was that high.
Who gave me that money?
Good for Shaker Heights.
I think Charlotte. I think this is the Charlotte contract that carried over.
Yeah. Scary Terry. Good for him. Get that back.
Scary in a different kind of way.
They saw his games against Cleveland in like 2022 and said, we gotta sign this guy right here.
Duncan Robinson's making 19 a year. So
yeah, this might be the end of an era. I think the end of the era was when they traded Jimmy Butler.
I was just gonna say that.
This is like the final. It all happened this season, so I guess it's like the final nail in the coffin. And I will say, I'm not gonna jinx things. I still think Miami could end up stealing a game in Miami. Could go 5, but I feel pretty damn good about this series right now. I just don't want to, knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything. Cool guys trying to do the reverse psychology here. It's like, you're gonna sweep Miami. You might as well just don't do that to me yet.
If I see built to ass, I'll call it out, and that's what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, no, it's been a pretty dominant game so far, and the Celtics up by 6 here, even without Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he has. I don't know if you saw it before the game. He has a little like black like tape around his wrist. He landed pretty hard on his wrist.
Yeah,
I mean, that kind of kind of knew he
Or
was.
if he like sprained something or.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know why Missoula was telling him to get up, but yeah.
Don't Bill Simmons us.
Yeah, the reverse psychology. It's good that they probably don't need him to beat Orlando. Like, I don't even know if he could be back next game for all I know. But like, if he needs rest, heard they got to amputate it. Yeah,
Jesus.
Oh man, that's tough.
Either way,
Thoughts
if
and
he
prayers.
needs some rest, I think they can. I think they should be able to handle Orlando.
Thoughts and prayers to Deuce. His dad's gonna have one hand. That's rough.
It's his wrist. Yeah, I feel like he would.
Well, you can't remove the wrist and leave the hand.
It's a new procedure, never been tried before.
RFK's been testing it. He's going to bring it to the real market soon.
Oh my gosh. What I just one thing off of like what you said earlier, I don't think in the case, like I said, just blow it up and everything. I don't think they'll be, as long as they have Spo, I don't think they'll be in purgatory for like 10 years or anything like that. I think Spo with a decent enough squad does decent or better than decent.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So like I don't think they'll be in, it was not like the Pistons where the Pistons went from like I was in diapers when the Pistons last won their playoff game. Like, you guys think I'm joking? No, I actually was in diapers.
I was starting 5th grade.
Yeah, dude, 2008. I don't know what y'all were doing in 2008, but I don't remember.
Dude, I was tearing up Friday night skate every weekend.
I was gonna say I was definitely 2008. Like playing.
Justin Bieber was just becoming a thing. No, that's probably like 2000.
That's not 2000. That's definitely not 2008.
Justin Bieber in 2008 might have also been in diapers. You never know.
Yeah, honestly. Jeez, yeah.
But Tony, you do realize Justin's older than you. You know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know why. 2008. I went too far back. 2010 was the Friday.
How old is
era.
Justin Bieber?
He's only like, I think he's like a little bit older than me. I'm 26.
He's 31. Holy
wow. Yeah, jeez. Jaylen Brown with a slam.
JB.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl was peak. I was really not that great at Super Smash Bros. Honestly, I never got very good at the fighting games, Mortal Kombat, anything like that.
Really?
You have to you got to lock in and learn all the sets and everything. And I just never, to be fair, I never owned the game. I don't think so. I never took the time. Like I only played at friend's house, so I didn't have the time to put in the work.
I was gonna say because that's completely different from buying the game and being so trash at it that you don't.
Yeah,
I bought it, played the tutorial. I'm like, nah.
No, I never had a chance to really lock in and do it. Yeah, Tekken. Yeah, like those fighting games.
Once you find that really one move that works, you just start spamming it, and that's it. You're like, I've learned all I need to learn.
That's what you do as a child, but then you start playing more like.
But then you become a man.
Yeah. And then you start getting into online lobbies, and you guys know how that goes. So.
Oh yeah,
you uninstall the game, online. Break the disc, throw it out the window, and then you buy the next game.
Yeah.
Get called nice words online.
Yeah, the competitive scene for the fighting games is next level. There's such a huge gap between like someone who just casually plays every once in a while and someone who plays competitive for the fighting games. Then granted, that's true for like every video game, but I feel like the gap between like a competitive Call of Duty player and like a competitive Tekken player or Mortal Kombat or everything, I feel like the gap is even larger.
I don't know. You see those Fortnite kids?
Trust me, I've seen them. That's when I stopped playing Fortnite is when
once the towers could be built in 2 seconds, you shoot one shot at somebody,
all of a sudden they've built a fortress in front of you 6 stories high, and you're like, all right, well, I guess I'm just not going to be able to fight this person then.
You're let me just build my stair real quick to kind of crouch behind.
A wall and a ramp, that's all I need.
That's all, yeah.
I'd be like a real man.
The only game of Fortnite.
It's also part of. Well, you gotta remember, a lot of these guys they get like, well, it's still fairly new, but with esports and everything, they get paid to do this stuff. So,
oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if I'm getting paid to play video games, you gotta be, unless you're one of those streamers where you play the game, you may not be necessarily good, but you're entertaining, which is extremely hard. Then you better be damn good at the game. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, for sure.
The only game of Fortnite I ever won in its peak was when I was in the final 3 and the top 2 players killed each other at the same exact time.
Oh man, I was good at Fortnite. Go ahead.
No, Tony. How is that even possible?
It was so I can't really say how because I was hiding, but I'm pretty sure
the number 1 victory royale come up on
I heard
screen.
rocket launchers fire, and I'm pretty sure they both destroyed each other's towers and died from fall damage.
Corey was looking around like, me? I won? I'm the winner?
I know. I was just sitting there, and then the victory royale pops up, and I'm like, oh,
maybe one of them died in the storm or something. Like I don't even know. That's
what I'm saying. Like, so because I'd imagine when there's only 3 people left, the circle is extremely small. Yeah. So in the extremely small circle, you were camping.
I was hiding under one of their towers.
Nah, that's shameless.
He didn't build his own. He said, "I'll just hide under theirs."
Hey man, I was honored to be in the final 3.
Yeah. No, dude, I literally played Fortnite, not to be that guy right now, but I literally played Fortnite like the first day it came out, way before it was super popular or anything. We're like, oh, this looks kind of cool. It's free. Let's play it. We're like, dang, this is really fun. And so we racked up a bunch of wins back in the day. And it wasn't until like, I don't remember what season it was, but we played for like the first year and a half. We got plenty of dubs. We had a lot of fun, but then it was the season when they got rid of the old map completely and brought in an entirely new map. And it was like the way people played the game just completely changed. Now the building was already getting crazy, but like the building went to a whole nother level and they started adding in so many other like gimmicks and things that are like, they're fun. If you're into it, like I understand why you would enjoy it. But for me, I was like, all right, I'm too old to keep up with all these goddamn gadgets and things that are being thrown into the game, and everyone's insane now. Huh?
You're in your mid-20s.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I could still play it if I wanted to, but I got caught up in
Tony's got books to read.
Exactly. Yeah. I got playback streams to host. No, honestly I think I just got bored of Fortnite too, though, because we had played it for like a year and a half, 2 years straight. Like eventually you get bored. But yeah, I had Dune to watch. Exactly. But no, Fortnite's still it's honestly impressive how long it's been a thing. Because when did that first pop off?
Like that 2017.
2017? That's pretty dang impressive.
It was my sophomore year of college, I think it popped off.
Damn.
So that was like 2017.
Yeah. It's
crazy. Now people are going to find out I'm old too. So this is just a real bummer.
It was my freshman year.
I was about to say that's I was literally about to say that's like 7th grade for me, and then you said it's like sophomore year college.
Yeah, I applied for AARP last week. I'm kind of hoping it works out well for me.
Man, who would have thought the playback chat would be going down Fortnite memory lane during a Cavs playoff game?
It's different than the Dune. So
true.
We're showing we have diverse topics.
All right, let's see. Cavs, 15 points now after that Wiggins bucket. Look, the game's not completely over. We hit them with a complete barrage of 3-pointers. You're still going to have to keep your foot on the gas here and put them away. Miami's not just going to roll over and take the L. So you're going to have to continue playing good basketball. And I don't expect them to hit 10 threes a quarter the rest of the game. So what happens when you're not hitting 11 or 12 threes in a quarter? Stop the humble gimmick. It's not humble, okay? It's the truth. You hit 10 threes or 11 threes in a quarter and you're only up 15. Like, that's still a game. Mobley with a mismatch here.
Oh,
this is not a game. I'm sorry.
Well, I hope they'll continue to make it not a game. That was a good move from Mobley there. First off, good ball movement all around. Then Mobley with Herro on him getting straight to work with the post hook.
At this point, I just want Donovan Mitchell to post to someone, and then it would call it a day.
Call it a night, yeah. All right, Tyler Herro floater. Like I've said all lead up to this series, and I'll keep saying it. If Tyler Herro can beat us with floaters and mid-range jumpers, we'll live with it, because that's just that we'll trade 2s for 3s. Allen trying to get physical, gets fouled right there.
I'm gonna pull up the box score real quick. We omitted that at the half.
Yeah, I forgot about that, honestly. Figured we'd pull it up at some point.
Yeah, Tony, I was calling you out.
Or it says, hope the people that were hating on the Cavs and Thunder are waking up. Yeah, Thunder really steamrolled Memphis.
Grizzlies fans that were thinking the Thunder weren't them should probably start scrubbing their accounts.
Oof, yeah.
Losing by 50 in the first round. I heard it floated on other podcasts that what should be like the score discrepancy in game 1 that automatically gives you a 2-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, I don't even know why we need to play the next 2 games in that series.
To see if Desmond Bane can have a 50-point game.
To
see what kind of cool sellies Ja Morant's been practicing as they're down 40.
I know not too much on the celebration. That celebration is cold, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The grenade celebration is actually pretty cool. I can't lie. Another Mitchell 3. Here we go. Old Kid says Strus, DG, and Mitchell have all 16 of our assists. I don't know who just assisted that right there, but I think that 17. Was another assist from Garland, possibly. Yeah. That is cool, guy, Dr. Manhattan.
I did want to
profile pick.
My profile pick?
Yeah.
If you watch Abbott Elementary, it's
okay. I was wondering who that was. Now I can see that it looks like it's in a school. I haven't seen Abbott Elementary.
You should. It's a great show. It's a great show.
I've had it recommended. Mobley 3 and another assist. Make that 18, old kid. That was Garland, right? Yeah.
If I asked you right now, Tony, who's leading the Cavs in points, who do you think it is?
All right. Well, it just showed me Evan Mobley has 15, but I'm trying to think. Does anyone have more than 15? I'm going to say Evan Mobley's leading them in scoring.
It is.
Nice. They may have spoiled it for me.
I know. I was looking at my screen over here. Didn't know they just popped it up. I was like, wow.
I was
15. Trying to think Mitchell maybe had more, but I couldn't. I decided no.
Who do you think the plus or minus leader is for the game?
Ty Jerome.
I'll give you
DeAndre Hunter.
Sam Merrill and Ty Jerome.
I should have known. All right. Cavs going back to work here.
Usually always shows up well in the plus minus.
Yeah. Plus minus king, honestly. Sam Merrill.
He's always placed with quality lineups. I feel like they don't really experiment with Sam.
Yeah. It's like he's out there and he's probably playing with one of the bigs, so it's like a 5-out lineup basically. They tend to do pretty well.
Can I ask the both of you with the Grizzlies Thunder thing? Did anyone expect that to be like a 50-point blowout?
Oh no. I figured OKC would roll them in 4 games, but I didn't expect it to be 50.
Not 50. Not 50.
Like, yeah, I wasn't watching the game, but I remember checking the score and just being blown away. Like, what the hell? And then they won the next game by like 20 as well. So they're just, it's got to be a historic beatdown.
I think the whole coaching situation probably just didn't help overall. It's a team that towards the end was just scrambling to try to salvage the season. But I think it's become apparent over the past few seasons that this core of Jackson, Morant, and Bane is just not the blueprint going forward. They're probably going to make bigger moves in the offseason to offload one of them just to shuffle the deck. The question is, who are they going to move?
Anyone but Ja.
Pretty much. Like how much value does Jaren Jackson have to other teams too? Because he is a very good defender, but he's also extremely prone to fouling out. So you kind of have to back that up with something else.
Okay, there's no way Ja is going to be on the table.
No, I don't
Honestly,
think they should. He's
wouldn't
their
be
market.
surprised.
I was just going to say that.
He is in the same vein to me as LaMelo, where yes, like the Hornets suck, but if you get rid of LaMelo just to recoup, like who are you building around for the Hornets?
Literally.
Like who are you marketing to the small market team?
Mobley 3.
What's going on with Mobley, bro?
Mobley's going crazy. He said they were talking disrespectful about me after game 1. He said, "Listen, I didn't get that many points because I didn't really touch the ball that much. You know, everybody else was doing their thing. Now I'm gonna have to show out in this game." And he's got 18 already now, couple threes. This is a good bounce back performance from Evan Mobley. Well on our way to free French fries, by the way. 120 looks like it should be easy for the Cavs. Let's hope they don't put in the garbage time lineup anytime soon, because no lead is safe with them guys. Yeah, great, 2.5 quarters here for the Cavs. Evan Mobley looks really good tonight, and that's what you wanted to see.
It's a completely different mentality from Mobley in this game compared to last game too. The willingness to shoot from 3, the confidence on ball. You're just seeing a version of Mobley. It truly, to me, it was more just like, I think Jackson has also articulated this in articles, but the difference in Mobley between this season and last season is how aggressive he's been and the confidence that he's been playing with. And I feel like there was a reversion to last season with game 1. It just felt like he kind of shied away as the guards were taking the offense to a different level. And that's not wasn't really like a warning sign to me, but it was more just concerning in the sense that like how Mobley can kind of if the Cavs go where they need to go, it can't be because Mobley is not taking that leap that we've seen.
Oh God, what the hell happened to Porzingis?
I thought this was AI when I literally thought this was
Damn. Well, at least he's smiling. It couldn't have hurt that bad. Don't mess with Batazzi. That's why, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that picture right there is why I said I'm good. I'm playing the Orlando Magic because they suck. We're not gonna, it's not gonna be much of a series. We're gonna beat them. But damn it, I'm not trying to have Jarrett Allen get beat up, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell. I don't want anybody getting hurt. And already, the Jason Tatum thing, I'm trying to remember, was that a dirty play?
Nah, it wasn't dirty. Two people went up for it at the same time as him, and he just kind of got like crumbled a little bit. They caught a flagrant, but it wasn't a flagrant.
Yeah, that wasn't really dirty, but already Jason Tatum's gone down. Porzingis has been hit in the face or the forehead, whatever. So I'm glad we don't got to deal with those dudes in Orlando because they're beating you all up. You're winning. You're going to win the series probably in 4 games. They're going to leave you with some bruises.
Laughing while bleeding is some serial killer stuff.
Yeah, it's a little unhinged right there.
I mean, he does play for Missoula. I'm not gonna lie, though.
Yeah, yeah. Missoula's the biggest psychopath in the NBA. I kind of like it though. It's very off-putting, but it's kind of entertaining.
It's like borderline. Like I don't know. It's like it's borderline where it's like it seems crazy, but he kind of makes up for it in a way. Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Because almost any other scenario, he'd probably be hated like a lot. So
here, wait, I got something for you.
Is it the town on Blu-ray?
I had to fight Joe Mazzulla in the half price book to cop this. He was there. He said that's fine. It was only like $3 a half price book, so that's why I was like $3 for a Blu-ray, dude. You can't beat that
in this economy.
So we got a couple. I had to beat Joe Mazzulla in hand-to-hand combat to secure that.
Surprised you don't have is your movie YouTube channel gonna have your own version of Criterion Closet picks?
Yeah, we go over to the
you have your podcast guests just come to the shelf and be like, all right, pick your favorites.
Dr. Manhattan, I've never lost a fight. So we'll put it that way.
Oh my
never
God.
Lost.
All right, dude.
Never lost a fight, or you've never been in a fight?
I got into a fight in 5th grade.
Oh.
Never lost. Wasn't much of a fight, but there was a fight.
Was it a
1-0.
verbal altercation?
I don't know if I'm counting that considering.
See, now they're trying to say I'm a Mickey Mouse winner. Come on, let's not do this.
No footnotes in
no
this
asterisk,
fight record.
No asterisk. Come on. 1-0. All right, another good defensive possession from the Cavs, forcing them into a tough jumper, forcing the shot clock all the way down. Still 16-point game. Nice pass from Garland. Oh, jump ball. Good hands from Wiggins right there.
That's actually a really good block.
Yeah, really, really good recovery from Wiggins.
John Michael, breaking news. Andrew Wiggins was a Cavalier.
Oh, Wiggins wins the jump.
Revenge series for Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah, underrated aspect of this, you know? Oh, come on. Yeah, Wiggins only played Summer League.
I think he didn't even finish Summer League. I think he literally played like 2 games.
I remember being hyped, absolutely stoked for Andrew Wiggins versus Jabari Parker.
That's a foul.
We were like, let's go. It's LeBron versus Carmelo, baby. I don't think they were comparing Wiggins to LeBron, but they were comparing Jabari to Carmelo.
Dude, Jabari Parker. He had a resurgence at one point, though.
Yeah.
A bit.
After the double ACL
the expectations were so high. Oh, DG getting scrappy. I didn't see this. Oh, look, he's pulling a Lance Stevenson, putting himself in the middle of their huddle.
I thought you were going to say he was whistling in the ear of Khalil
in someone's ear, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I someone posted that picture of Lance Stevenson next to LeBron, and I was looking at it, and I showed my girlfriend. I was like, do you know the context behind this photo? Because it wasn't him blowing in his ear. It was right before it happened, and she did not. So I got to take her down a history lesson there. Of
she was probably so amped.
It was funny. Love sharing random NBA lore.
You just randomly showed her a picture of LeBron.
Well, no, we were watching. I think we were watching the Knicks Pistons game right before we left, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and it showed up on my phone. And I was like, have you seen this before? She was like, I have no idea what that is. So I got to show it to her, and then we went. This is a huge milestone. We watched our first LeBron playoff game together. Can you guys believe that? First LeBron playoff together. And I told her, we're coming up on our year anniversary, and I was like, if you told me a year ago that we'd be watching LeBron in the playoffs and Luka Doncic was on his team too, I wouldn't have believed you. No way. I would have said there's no possible way. But you know what? It's true. Luka Doncic and LeBron together. Unfortunately, they got absolutely destroyed in game 1. So I did warn her. I was like, game 1 LeBron, he might not impress you. Lapuki might be off tonight. But just letting you know. Game 1 LeBron doesn't take it too serious. So I should have saved game 2. But yeah, she wasn't too impressed with game 1 LeBron.
Do you ever take her behind the scenes of your YouTube videos and just go like, watch me grind tape real quick?
Yeah.
Sit in the back.
Just come over with my MacBook and grind some Sam Merrill defensive tape.
She'll be like, why is your MacBook screaming? And it's like, because it's a 2020 model.
Wait, Corey, you actually just brought up a good point. Wait, Tony, but how old is your MacBook? I'm just asking.
Oh geez, I got this. I think he nailed that. I got this in 2020, late 2020. It was brand new when I got it.
No, but it's not like a 2020 model. Like what year is it an actual computer from?
Oh, I don't know then. All I know is I bought it brand new in 2020. I don't know what model it is. It's the MacBook Air. I don't know what year the model is. I take good care of it. This thing's still running. This thing's still working.
It has to be plugged in on life support the entire time.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I can unplug it. It just can't last the full 2.5 hours without the charger in. It would start dying by like the 4th quarter. So that's why I keep it plugged in, just to keep it safe.
Of course. Yes.
Bro, you need to just invest in the Windows laptop, man.
Invest in the Windows. Yeah, one of
Tony,
these days.
I will say We used to be MacBook brothers at the start of the season,
You
but I
upgraded?
did make the switch.
Damn it, Corey! You left me hanging.
Well, I was also in your 2020 MacBook
Yeah.
neighborhood. We were kind of in the same cul-de-sac. My house was on fire. I had to switch.
Oh my god! Yeah.
You're in Cali?
Formerly.
Oh,
Yeah, this MacBook, you know what? It hasn't done me wrong yet. It's given me some challenges, but they've made me into a better person, you know. So I'm
really
rolling with my MacBook.
It's great way to build patience. You know, they say patience is a virtue, and nothing gives you more patience in
Exactly.
life than your MacBook trying to run 2 programs at once.
You know it. Yeah, open up that basketball reference tab while you're streaming, and that thing starts. It's a rocket about to go off.
I will say
it's
this
not that bad.
conversation
I'm
is very
exaggerating.
apt because I don't know if anyone else in the chat sees, but Tony's camera is lagging.
Is it choppy?
Yeah. This conversation
Right.
could not be more apt as Tony's like, it's a pretty good computer, guys.
No. Here's the thing. That's an internet issue. That's nothing to do with the MacBook. That's just straight up my internet sucks. Unfortunately, yeah. Cavs LQ. Why are they bullying me? This is 2-on-1. Come on, guys. Before I forget, I wanted to quick story time because old kid says film review first dates. Dude knows women love the grind. First official date that me and my girlfriend went on, we were at Barrio. And you guys remember the shot that Luka hit over Rudy Gobert in the conference finals last year? That happened during our first date. And, you know, we were sitting outside because it was a nice day. So I could see the TV through the window. And I was trying to subtly look over. And that happened. And I had to keep myself composed. I was like, all right, I just witnessed one of the greatest shots in playoff history. But I gotta keep myself calm. I can't lose my mind right now. Can't act like I was trying to watch the TV through the window.
You're just she looks over at you, you're like,
yeah,
it's good stuff.
All right, I missed this challenge.
But hey, Corey, the fact that you pointed that out, I wasn't even paying attention about his camera lagging, but that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun.
I hate that it does that because to me, I'm completely clear. You guys are coming through clear, but I know I've seen it sometimes when I go back and clip things. I'm just like, oh man, why is my camera doing that?
It's terrible for the TikTok cam.
Oh yeah, yep. It's my damn internet. I don't know, man.
Like Tony has literally had an internet cable go through his laundry chute to improve the quality of the streams.
Oh
He's
yeah,
Harry Potter over here.
I was gonna ask what cable provider, like what Wi-Fi provider he uses, and
I think we're with
City.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I can't even play. Like if I'm trying to play any online game, whether it's Warzone, whatever it may be, I have to be hardwired in, or I just straight up can't play. Like the lag is so bad, I cannot play.
Do you
so
use
it's not a MacBook thing. No, we're on AT&T. So,
what are you like on a grandfathered plan from 2003?
Nah, that's not.
Tony's family's out here using copper wire to get their internet, landline access.
Hey man, streaming is hard stuff, you know.
It's true. That's why you go to the movies, because streaming them would be a challenge. AOL dial-up. Logs into his Hotmail. Gets ready to roll.
I wasn't even. You just said Hotmail. That just brought up a core memory. I didn't even remember what that was.
It was my email I used just to have an Xbox account.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm like, I don't even have an email. I guess I'll just make one up.
All right, it's back to a 13-point game, y'all. DeAndre Hunter with a rebound. Here's the thing.
They said it couldn't be done.
But here's the thing, though. He actually is pretty good on the offensive glass. Like his offensive rebounding rate is actually pretty decent. It's the defensive side of the ball. He doesn't get rebounds. So glad that he got a rebound. Glad that he goes in the box score as that, and it's 2 points on the putback. But right there, you see. Wait a second, he got it. Oh, I was about to count him out. Don't count out DeAndre Hunter just yet. He got kind of lucky there. Kel'el Ware just couldn't hold on to the ball.
I wouldn't expect him most times to get that rebound over Kel'el Ware, even if he's boxing him out.
Yeah.
But
and they force a turnover right there. So back to 15 here. Miami was creeping just a little bit, and if you're the Cavs, you got to keep your foot on the gas, like I said, because if you start to get lazy around this Miami Heat team, they don't go away.
Wasn't Hunter averaging like some crazy numbers before y'all got him on a trade?
Yeah, those even carried over. He was scoring like crazy, super efficient with the Cavs. I forget off the top of my head, but I know it was like 40% from three, 50% from the floor. Like he's just hooping since coming here. Bad game one in this series. He went 0-4, but pretty good this game so far. I don't know the box score, but it feels like he's shooting efficiently.
Yeah, I feel like he just had a colder end of the season, but for like 80% of his Cavs tenure, he has just been on fire.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, Darius with Kalil wear on him. Looking for Allen, though, and then one. Good stuff. Love the patience.
Allen's had good matchups all day. I feel like they've switched him on to smaller players. It just feels like they haven't fed him off of those actions.
Yeah. But when
he does get the guards are willing to take the big.
When he does get the ball, I like that he's been pretty aggressive. Like, I think this has been we're all scarred from 2023, but honestly, even last year, the first two games against Orlando was pretty good, and first two games against Miami, haven't seen moments where I'm like, man, Jarrett Allen's just playing soft or like afraid or timid. Like, he hasn't been like world beating by any means, but Jarrett Allen, like, this looks like regular season Jarrett Allen just translated to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tony, you want to guess who has the most assists right now and how many?
I'm gonna guess Darius with 8.
Close. Darius with 9.
Oh, I was close. I was close. I was gonna say, I feel like every time I look up or every time I think back to a bucket, Darius was assisting on it. So that's why I went with him. We could get a Darius double in the playoffs.
He's well deserved, and he's hooping.
Yeah. It's good to see Darius looking comfortable in the playoffs, because last year was such a train wreck for many reasons, the injuries, the confidence, all that. This year, he's going to work. Like, we've already seen some of the step backs, the spinning fadeaways. Like, it's just good to see him in a rhythm. Another touch for Allen, and they called.
I was about to say, it definitely got hacked there.
Yeah. Good stuff from Jarrett. How many fouls on Herro?
That's a good question. 4, I think.
4. Nice. Yeah, that's one thing that they've done really good, and it's where I give Kenny Atkinson a bunch of credit, is they have found where Tyler Herro is on the court and made sure that whoever he's defending has the ball. Like, they have really made him work in these 2 games defensively, and it's worn him down. It's gotten him into foul trouble. It's definitely played a role in not being as effective on offense, because he's just chasing people around and getting scored on one-on-one. And it's just really good game plan for Kenny Atkinson to target him like that. Right here, they have him off the ball. Here he comes. Sam Merrill has done a real good job on him defensively, fighting over the screen. Bam. Oh,
that was good.
Yeah, good stuff from Miami there. Mobley and Mitchell getting ready to come back in. Yeah, Sam Merrill in the chat says 11 for 11 in free throws. That's not Apollo this time. That's Corey's dog, Jetty. Apollo snoozing. It's not too loud. We heard it.
Love that. I was kind of gonna let the group decide whose dog that was, but
yeah,
I was gonna blame Tony because when the sound happened, the little glow thing on his profile pic happened.
I was just gonna let it slide, but whatever.
Yeah, old kid. It's fun. Darius is 2 of 8 from 3, but the 2 hardest ones are the ones that have gone in.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. No. Oh.
Are we sure he didn't save that? I mean, I can't even see the base or the side.
I know, but we're like, I think
I think the ref made the wrong call there, It's like the people all the way up in Loudville with their backs against the wall, like, come on, ref, are you blind?
They're still drenched in the snow from the first quarter. They're like, I think
that was a lot of snow, a lot of fake snow.
Kenny's
challenging it, so Kenny saw what we saw.
I could have sworn he saved that ball before it went out.
It honestly looked like he got to it.
What are your reports on the ground telling you?
Let's get Jackson here. Is this a good challenge or not?
Is Jackson actually here?
I don't know if he's in the chat. He is at the game though.
Okay,
I don't know if he's in the chat. No, he's not. Damn it, Jackson. Just when we need Jackson the most, it's like, where is he?
Jackson only comes in to barb at one of us or say something sarcastic.
Well, Jackson usually comes in and says something about the challenge, so we'll see if he pops in here at some point. The Jack signal, yeah.
That's
Paul
crazy.
Skeens. Just have his face just... Someone say something bad about a Star Wars movie that's beloved.
He saved it.
I still wasn't watching that time. But I trust Cool Guy and Dan and Old Kid.
Bro,
Tony, wait, yeah, what? Now I guess that ref must have thought that his body was out of bounds on the line when he touched the ball, but it seems like a pretty quick open and shut replay right there.
They got to get some younger refs because I don't know how.
Yeah, that was a questionable call.
Tony Brothers has cataracts, all right? The dude alone. We're in the same mailing list for AARP.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
He clearly saved that.
Yeah, good hustle from Darius. Yeah, just
faithful brothers. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, boom. Nice.
Thanks. Thanks, Tony. Bro,
this is the weirdest challenge I've seen in a minute, but hey, man, you got it.
Good job, Tony.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing my best. Did you see there's a new movie, a biopic on Anthony Bourdain coming out with Dominic Sessa starring as him, and it's called Tony. So good name for a movie, if you ask me. Dominic
that poster
Sessa
better be on
the holdovers.
You should have it be on your wall.
I'll put it right there. It'll be the Tony poster. No, I can't do that to Dan. We have to leave there has to be some open wall there for him.
Tony,
you should just rotate the Sinners movie.
Tony, you only have movie posters on your wall?
No, there's that's Michael Jordan. That's Kyrie hitting the shot. You can't really see because there's a glare on the glass, but that's Kyrie hitting the shot over Golden State. There's some Michael Jordan. Then we got Michael Myers, and that's Michael B. Jordan. So we got lots of Michael Jordans up there.
Michael Jackson's incoming.
I was about to say, like, you have all that, but you don't have Michael Jackson.
I know. Well, it wasn't intentional. Okay, I didn't realize until I put the third Michael.
Michael from Fear the Sword will also be up there soon.
Yeah, we'll get him up there. DeAndre, nice. Hell yes, brother. That's what I like to see. Cavs up by 19. The diff is right where you like it. This is good stuff. Only 7 turnovers too. I was a bit worried when the Cavs were throwing the ball around like crazy to start off, but they've started taking much better care of the ball.
When the Cavs hit two turnovers 5 minutes in, Tony was like, "It's over."
Dan was getting ready to hit the PS5 button. Diff's getting bigger with it. Come on. I didn't know where that was going until I started saying it out loud. All right. From now on, I'm reading every chat before I speak it out loud. Just kidding. I'm not putting in all that work. Whoa. The slow-mo. Damn. I've said this before, but if people just stop being closed-minded, they'd realize Ty Jerome is just 6'5" Luka Doncic. He's just Luka, a little slimmer, a little shorter. But that's how he acts. That's how he plays. See,
Corey.
Hey man, I'm just responding to Dr. Manhattan.
The chat is begging for big diffs right now, and I'm not sure how to respond. Cool guy. That diff in Boston doesn't seem like it's too big right now. I actually don't know what the score is. I was just trying to make a stupid joke. Let's see.
We're up by 7 right now. There's a little, like 4 minutes, 13 seconds left.
It's no Cavs diff, I'll tell you that much.
Jeez, man.
All right, Cavs.
This playback game was brought to you by Roxanne.
awkward play from Mitchell right there. Let's see. Whoa.
What was that?
That was like a curveball.
Like a 2K. It's like a 2K shot, just like wide left.
DeAndre Hunter, though, getting the ball one way or the other. Here's Ty Jerome. You know he's pulling it.
John Michael was ready to put all of his last energy into that one.
Sam Merrill still, like, the fact that Sam Merrill's just been able to, got put in the blender right there. But the fact that you've been able to get away with Sam Merrill on Herro for a pretty long while is a huge win for the Cavs. And obviously, Tyler Herro, great player, just spun around Merrill right there. But he's been on him for a while, and they haven't really made him pay.
The answer for Miami to get their offense going is to try to find that one crack in the Cavs' armor defensively, and it feels like they've been trying over and over with Herro to find it, but everyone that he's been matched up against has made his life tough, so there's no need to send two.
I feel like that could have been Cavs ball too, but they didn't challenge it, so it must not have been.
We're getting Larson minutes again. Break Lars in case of emergency. All right.
Here we go. Clamped by Hunter. Another three for Jovic. Nope. All right, last possession here. 13-point game. Miami still holding on, right? Like it's not out of reach yet. Cavs got to keep it up. Are they in a zone? Step back three. Nope. All right. So 13-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Cavs, you're in a very good position. You've done a great job of giving yourself a cushion. Got to bring it home in the fourth. Offensive process kind of started to fall apart there. Mitchell, 2 pretty bad 3-point attempts. That one air ball, I think maybe he was trying to draw a foul. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing. But, yeah, Cavs, gotta clean it up. Deliver a good fourth quarter. You're going 2-0 back to Miami. So I feel pretty good about it, but let's not take our eye off the ball, Cavs.
That's all it feels like could really allow the Heat to come back into this game is just lapses. I don't think anything Miami has done has shown proof of concept outside of the fact that it seems like when the Cavs increase their lead into 15 plus, they just take their foot off the gas, and an Eric Spoelstra coach team isn't a team that's going to kind of just be complacent with just waiting for the game to end. Pretty much they're going to keep fighting throughout. The Heat have too much pride, for the culture.
All right, I'll be right back.
We're back to the wall, boys.
Oh my gosh.
This is what the fans really want.
The wall full of Michaels?
Well, it's Michaels and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Michael, if it was 2015, at least you could, or 14, you could have said Mike Miller, so it could have worked out.
I guess.
But now I feel like he's just got to commit to the bit. Everything on that wall has to be Michael's.
He needs them because he has every type of poster on there, but for some reason there's no music.
It's true, and he claims to be a music guy.
Interesting, guys.
He has a golf sticker on his laptop for Tyler the Creator, and honestly, I think he's a poser. I don't think he even listens to Tyler.
No, I gotta confront him about that. That's mad.
I think the chat should be able to pick which Michael is on the wall.
I mean, if we're talking about albums, there's literally only one choice.
I was trying to think of anyone other than Michael Jackson, but a Michael Malone signed letter. He has the time now.
He has the time now. It's crazy.
They're going from Miley Cyrus to Crazy Train. That's a pivot and a half.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter, y'all. Let's bring it home. Want to say real quick, shout out to everyone in the chat on YouTube and Playback. If you're new here or if you've been here before and you're not following yet, hit that follow button. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Tony, Corey said something. I just wanted to ask whether or not it was true.
Oh God!
He said you had a Tyler the Creator sticker on your laptop, but you don't listen to Tyler the Creator.
That's not true. I listen to Tyler. I have a Tyler sticker, and I do listen to him. Yes.
So if you were to share your rap playlist from last year, we're gonna see Tyler the Creator out there.
You want to look at my if I pull up my Apple Music replay? That's right.
I forgot you're an Apple Music guy.
Tyler the Creator is on there. Yes.
How deep does Apple Music go? Does it go top 5 or further?
Let me check. I'm pulling it up again. I'll tell you guys. Well, I'll tell you at the next dead ball. Uh-oh. DeAndre Hunter with a
I don't know what that was.
Bad take right there.
These are non-hero minutes, so we'll see how they play out. This will probably be the last stretch for the Heat, I imagine, without Herro playing. So,
Davion Mitchell's played really good in these first 2 games, but it just comes back to it for Miami, where it's like if your fate is relying on not Davion Mitchell to create shots for himself, it's a tough situation to be in. That said, 11-point game, Sam, we could use it.
Oh.
It feels like with the biggest issue with Miami is they just don't have that initiator, true initiator on offense anymore. Like they're their point guard. They don't have like a true point guard on this team. They have a lot of players who still their first instinct is to kind of set up for themselves. And then if it just so happens that the defense reacts to them and they can't attempt their shot, they'll pass out of it. Like Butler kind of carried the weight for them in that way, but even in their longer runs in the postseason, that was still with like Dragic and the likes of like Lowry too. They always had another facilitator, but they don't have that this year. So it's really
cooking
tough
right now.
That could be an area for them to target in this draft, but I don't know what their picks are looking like.
I think they tried to use Kyle Anderson for that reason, but Kyle Anderson did not play well in the first game. So we haven't even seen Anderson.
Man. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was going to be a little upset with the shot selection there if you didn't make that, because that was a tough shot. And the Cavs offense has not been generating clean looks the last few times. But that's why Donovan Mitchell, we get real annoyed when he takes those shots and he misses them, and it's still valid. But, man, he's capable of hitting them. He's capable of hitting them right there. It's a big shot. Okoro, pump vacant. He took way too long to cut. Yeah, it took way too long to cut after that. All right, Mitchell drawing a foul.
Oh! Okay, you know what?
On the floor. I figured it was on the floor. I don't know. I feel like he took the bump and then went.
Yeah, definitely took the bump there.
I don't know.
It was a little. I thought he got pushed with that off arm, but he was reaching. No, whatever. Not worth complaining about, I guess. Ty Jerome trying to make something happen. Mobley on Bam. Interesting to see what happens here.
Oh,
double team.
Yeah, he's in there too long.
Travel. They got him for travel. Got to be more decisive there. I think the double team took him by surprise. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem like the pivot foot slid that much, but whatever. All right. Miami. Regain momentum here. They're on a roll. Here's Jovic trying to create something.
I want to know what Spo said to Jovic in the halftime huddle.
Hey, it worked, whatever it was. Just like, methodical right there.
Tyler's not getting it done.
Kenny might have to take this lineup off the floor, man. They're kind of getting cooked right now.
You don't like the 4 guards?
But this is tough, man. And I mean, look, this is why the first 3 quarters are so important. You built yourself such a huge cushion that you're able to weather a storm like this and still have a double-digit lead.
Oh,
Jovic. Yeah.
Miami's a tall team. I don't understand the ideology of throwing 4
Almost hit
guards
my
with a
head with
big.
that brick.
Leftover win from the Cavaliers, yeah. All right, Darius back in the game. Okoro's still out there. Sam.
Yeah, it's still small.
Donovan.
Oh,
man. Couple threes have really, this Donovan Mitchell performance has been a little give and take, but a couple threes have completely, like the fact that he's shooting 5 of 8 has overcome some of the questionable shots. He's been so efficient from deep. It's been huge. Those 2 threes he hit this quarter. Man, Okoro's gotten a bad whistle this game.
I'm not gonna lie, they're being really generous with these heat calls. These are soft fouls.
Like that's a soft call for the playoffs.
The Okoro whistle's back, boys.
Big shot from Don right there.
D Mitch. Tony, were you watching Mitchell as soon as he came into the league or no?
No, honestly, because like the Utah games, like it's West Coast. I'm not staying up to watch Utah all that often, so I didn't watch too much of him in Utah, especially not the first year.
Oh, you didn't watch his first season?
I watched some of it, but like I wasn't like locked into it. Like I'd watch it every once in a while if it was on. Watch the playoffs, and I remember him balling against Houston on his rookie season. But yeah, it wasn't until like the second or probably the bubble season where I was like, okay, this Donovan Mitchell dude's fun to watch on a nightly basis. Just because the West Coast games, they're on late. The Jazz were never that. I'm not a big Rudy Gobert guy, so the team was never all that interesting to me. But they were a lot of fun. And when he got traded to Cleveland, not only do I think he improved a lot, but you also learned a lot. Like people who didn't watch him closely, you learned a lot about Donovan Mitchell's game that I think went under the radar, like his playmaking and the 3-point shooting leap that he had made in his last 2 seasons with Utah. I feel like a lot of people before he got to Cleveland maybe assumed he was more of a slasher, and he still is, but he's like a flamethrower from downtown. And now that's no question, but that really only started his last year or two in Utah, and it carried over and got even better when he got to Cleveland. So it's been a lot of fun watching Donovan grow as a player.
Oh my God.
I agree. I think, oh my God. I think most of the people in the NBA were on Rudy's head after that whole COVID, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, Cavs only up 8. And 1? Oh, Mitchell's going kind of takeover mode here. I would like to see the offense get back into a rhythm, moving the ball around and stuff. But as Demo just said, Miami shot making, I'll give them credit where it's due, man. These dudes are hitting all the big shots. Like this, with the way the Cavs have been playing for most of this game, it's crazy that it was never like a 20 to 30 point lead. They were only down 15-19 throughout the whole thing. So Miami is same case as game 1, hitting all the big shots to keep themselves in it. And right now, huge run here to get it to within single digits. Let's see if the Cavs can hang on. Can Miami give Orlando some of the shooting juice? Yeah, honestly.
They're local.
Isn't Orlando like bottom 5 in terms of like 3-point shooting in the whole league?
Yeah.
They might be like second worst.
I think they're 29th ranked offense or shooting percentage for offense or something like that.
Yikes.
All right, they make offense look like it's the most impossible thing on the planet.
Okoro, it's a good contest on Herro. Nice. Oh, you got a rebound, though. Come on, Cavs. You give up an open 3 off the second chance points right there. Give up a 3. This is the point where you got to – Kenny Atkinson, I was going to say, you got to call a timeout. This lineup's not getting it done.
It's too small for the personnel that Miami has out there.
Yeah.
You're making their contests so hard.
Demo, Ty was getting cooked. Ty was getting cooked defensively, man.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see where Kenny goes with coming out here. We're getting to closing time now. Man, I'm gonna pull up the box score real quick. Look at some of these numbers. I mean, like I said, you can't take your foot off the gas. I wouldn't mind seeing Wade out there with Mobley and Jarrett. I still trust Max Strus though, but the defense has to click in. And I know Miami's making some tough shots, but that last one's an open three because you didn't box out and get a rebound. Right now, Miami's shooting 14 of 39 from deep. It's only 35%. I would love to see what they're shooting by quarter. I don't have that number. I feel like they're shooting really good in the second half in the fourth quarter here. Cleveland 20 of 41 from three. Helps when you hit 10 or 11 threes in the second quarter. But, man, it's just the rebounding right there has not been good. Let's see. I want to see what it's 30 to – how many rebounds is – okay, so they're losing the rebounding battle 35 to 30. They're not getting crushed. But if this game ends up being as close as it is right now, we'll see if they separate themselves. But if it ends up being a two-possession game, you got to win the rebounding battle. You got to win the possession battle, like I said. And right now, these little things are the difference makers in a close game. So hopefully that timeout gets the Cavs back on track. I mean, this is crazy. I know plus minus is not like the most useful thing. I don't want to put too much into plus minus, but something very, very surprising to me right now. All 5 Cavalier starters are negative. Not a single Cavalier starter is positive. Yeah. It's not like huge. It's -2, -2, -5, -3, -5. But in a game where you were up by 19 to 20, not a single Cavalier starter is positive. They're all negative. The bench, DeAndre Hunter's a plus 14, Ty Jerome's plus 14, Sam Merrill plus 12, Wade plus 6, Okoro plus 1. So that's really surprising.
There's only 3 Heat players that are in the positive for plus or minus, and it's Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Nikola Jovic.
As we all expected.
Jovic is the plus-minus leader right now for the Heat. And honestly, like, jokes aside, and his stat line aside, honestly, in a way,
I was going to say, it's not even good. It's
he has 9, 7, and 1. It's not even that crazy.
And it's on 3 for 8 shooting.
Outscored by 11 since Cool Guy joined the stage, according to Jackson's statistics. I don't know if that's accurate, but he's reverse psychologied us. All right, man. Come on. Let's go, Cavs. Hopefully Kenny Atkinson gets him locked in right here. It's a mutiny. Yeah, Jovic's stats aren't even like as good as you might think just with the way he's playing, but I feel like because of the size advantage he's had on all these mismatches, Cavs defense is kind of getting scrambly and it's leaving people open. And so there's the hockey assist, the ball's moving around. It's just got to lock in
Second chance opportunities too.
Looks like DeAndre Hunter's out there, Max Strus, Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen, and Ty Jerome. All right, still a small lineup, but let's see. Yeah, he's holding them. He's holding them for sure. Yeah, you're still up 6, and you just took a huge Miami has given a lot of effort to get back to this point. So that's why you were blowing them out for the first 3 quarters. That's where it helps you. All it's going to take is a decent jab, a decent counter punch here, and you'll be back up by double digits. But this is a pretty critical junction of the game here. They're going through Ty Jerome, Max Strus set on the screen. They're trying to target Tyler Herro. They got the matchup they want. Ty Jerome, good double team from Davion Mitchell. Just got to get rid of the ball faster. Yep, fouled him. Not good stuff, man. I love Ty Jerome, and I get why they're giving him the ball, but you see right there, just not quick to get off of it, right? He's taking too much time. Not a quick decision out the double team there. Wasn't really going anywhere against Tyler Herro anyway. That possession went nowhere. Yeah, he needed to get off the ball quicker there. It's exactly, Demo. It's been very ISO heavy. The process hasn't been good.
The worst thing that can happen is that this team reverts to old habits when things start falling apart. And it's not even old habits in terms of this season. You just don't want it to resemble Cavalier teams past in the postseason. where it's
Missed
like,
both
all
free
right,
throws
Donovan,
right there.
save us.
Would love a better camera angle here. Thank you.
You didn't like
the
play. Headshot?
He missed both free throws, Demo, and looks like Darius is going to the line now. So this could be a 4-point swing. I'll take that. Darius is going to hit both of them. I'm very confident. No, Cavs LQ, I think we'll still get the free fries. I think we'll still get them. How many points are we at right now? 100, 6 minutes left. We got this. We got it. It could be close, though. It could be clse. Free fries 120. You can't be out on the. No, they're doing it. Free fries. They're still doing it. I saw. Oh, did he miss a free throw? Good Lord. They're still doing it. I saw them show it on the board on the jumbotron. I couldn't think of the word. They showed it there. I think they're still doing it, right?
I wouldn't know.
They got this. They got this. Yeah. Dude, I can't believe this. It's been a large free fry the entire time. I thought it was a small. It's a large. I've been missing out. All right, Jovic posting up on Ty Jerome here. Giving it to Herro off the pin down. I mean, dude, DeAndre, like, you don't need to close out to Bam on the 3-point line when Davion Mitchell has been on fire. You can't help off of him. I know Davion Mitchell isn't Stephen Curry, but, like, come on, dude. It's like you let Bam take that shot. Can you get it back?
Oh,
no.
My God.
Yes, that's not good stuff right there. I mean, the good shot, but that defense from Hunter is very bad. All right, here we go. Cavs. Now they're putting Darius Garland in the action. They want Herro on Garland. Herro kick out to Highsmith. Good closeout from Hunter. All right, they're going to have a desperation shot here. No magnet ball. No magnet ball. Get the rebound.
Oh, my God. Oh, good deflection.
Oh
no.
Get the ball. Nice.
Yep.
Woo! All right. Wow. 0 field goals in the last 3.
Oh my God.
48. Am I watching a JB Bickerstaff team? That was rude. I didn't mean that. Jarrett screen with Garland. Come on, let's get a bucket. You can score on Jovic, please. You can give him a bucket. Come on. Tough shot. Jarrett, save me.
Oh.
Come on, Cavs. Just keep your composure, right? Run the offense. But come on, man. Oh, they're choking it. It's 101-99. Bullies and Whips asked on YouTube what's the score. It's 101-99. The Cavs have officially blown their huge lead that they've had. It's a game. It's absolutely a game now. I need the offense to start running through some stuff. It hasn't been good for a few minutes now. Way too much ISO ball, too much of the guards trying to create for themselves. Got to get Mobley back on the floor here. I think you go back to the 2 bigs. 2 bigs, Max Strus, and the guards. I'm not loving the DeAndre Hunter stuff. I think you just close the starting lineup right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't think the Hunt. I've through 2 games, I've been extremely disappointed with DeAndre Hunter's production. I don't care that he went from 0 points to 12 in this game. He had points last game, but it's just not doing it for me. I think it feels like every lineup he's in, it just feels like he is not bringing enough to warrant being out on the floor right now. I think you just have to do a hard reset with this lineup and just bring out the starters. I don't care what the plus or minus says.
We love you. We're removing you. Oh, he left himself. He understands the assignment. It might have been, maybe you jinxed it. I don't know, but we're gonna see. Maybe this gets us back in the right category here. Because oh my goodness, the Cavs have blown this. What's going on, Cavs? All right, no. In all honesty, though, like listen, I said it when they were up 15. It's still a game. 15 points. It's a comfortable lead. But Miami's not going to go away. And you can't let your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what the Cavs just did. Now, here's the thing. There's 4 minutes left. Take care of business. Close them out. You go into Miami 2-0. None of this even matters. Who cares if you blew the lead and it got close near the end? Take care of business right here. Go back to Miami 2-0. There's nothing to complain about. So that's all you got to do, Cavs. I need to see the offense run through their plays. Let's get some ball movement going. I know you want to target Tyler Herro. You can do that naturally within the flow of the offense. Let's not go full JB Bickerstaff, Cavs. Please, we've put this behind us. I need you to prove to me that we've put this behind us.
What's going to be more embarrassing for the Cavs if they blow this game? That they preemptively blew snow on the floor in the first quarter, or that they beat a franchise record for most threes in a quarter and then lose?
You can't hit the Cavalier snow and then blow the lead. You can't do it. Free fries, I can't sing, so I'm not going to ruin the vibes further by trying to sing, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I want to look at, if the Cavs lose this game, I want to look and see how many teams of those who shot 10 plus threes in a quarter lost the game.
Yeah, I can't imagine the list is very long. Yeah, listen, I think they're going to close it out, though, guys. I'm bringing the positive manifestations. Runs are inevitable. It's the NBA playoffs. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to earn it, and I think it's better for the Cavs overall that – they just learned. They just learned the hard way. You cannot take even a couple minutes off in the NBA playoffs. Now you got to close this game out. So let's see it.
How many points do you think the Cavs have scored in this quarter?
Like 3. Probably 8. More than that. 8.
The Heat are on a 19-8 start to the quarter.
God. Yeah.
I say start.
Right, here we go.
70% done, but
okay, it's the starting lineup here. Bring us home. Max Strus screening. All right, this is good defense from Miami right now. You're gonna need a shot from Mitchell. Okay. I like him turning the corner and going downhill. That's good stuff. Cavs offense there was pretty good. I think Miami just shut off the initial stuff that they were running. Mitchell bails them out with a floater. Now it's gonna stop. Trying to get Garland screened, but he's staying through it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Jarrett Allen right there is what I said earlier. I'm watching how Jarrett Allen and the bigs defend actions when guys get into the middle of the floor. Jarrett Allen didn't need to come that far over. That was a textbook lob to the dunker spot. I know Garland got pushed. It's whatever. Jarrett Allen right there can't be in no man's land. Either you got to be up guarding the ball or on your man down low. You can't just be in no man's land. Like, why?
If Jarrett Allen was on either of those options, even if Darius did get pushed, he could have disrupted that play.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just bad stuff from Jarrett Allen right there. That was way too easy for Davion Mitchell. They're making Davion Mitchell look like Tyrese Halliburton right now. All right, he's scoring, he's diamond. It's like he's having a good game, so I'll give him credit. But like, you have to win this matchup, Cavs. Nice. Yeah, good stuff from Max Strus. Save me, Max Strus. I need Darius Garland to lock in right now. Let's get a stop. Another screen. Here's Max Strus on him. And he's using his body.
Yeah. I mean, he's an athletic guy.
Tough shot.
Okay.
Tough shot. Hey, I'll live with that. It's a very tough shot.
The thing with the Heat, too, and this is the main problem the Cavs are going to have. If you let the Heat stay close, they have the coaching to they could win close games. Yeah.
Yeah, late game execution against the Heat. It's gotta be tight. That was a bad shot from Donovan Mitchell. It somehow went in though.
Good job, Jarrett.
Let's go. Way to make up for that
active off ball. Love it.
That was huge. One more bucket here and you're feeling good now. You got Jovic on Mitchell. This is where I'm cool going ISO. Mitchell should be able to take him.
Oh.
Step back. Let's go. Let's go, Donnie. Big shot. It's a tough shot, but he's what is he shooting? 6 of 9 from 3. Like, he's been on fire. Let's go. 14 points 14 points in the fourth quarter for Donnie. Is that all the points just about? Other than the Strus and the Garland limping. Oh man. I don't know what happened there. Looks like he's maybe walking it off. I can't tell. I have no idea what happened. Either way, it's Donovan Mitchell time. Another 3!
God.
Donovan Mitchell just saved the day. There's still a little bit of time left, but Donovan Mitchell just saved the day. Let's
Jarrett
go,
being
Donovan
really
Mitchell.
aggressive on those passes.
Yeah. Just don't foul. Don't foul.
He heard Tony's criticism.
Yeah.
It's true, cool guy. You took one for the team.
Yeah, immediate run. Still close though. Would love another bucket here.
If the Cavs get close, I'll leave.
I'm interested to see the decision Mitchell makes here. All right, he gave it up. Oh, Strus. Oh, Darius.
Garland is definitely
hurt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Darius could have made a play at that, but he's clearly hurting.
I would just put Jerome in, honestly.
Yeah, this is a little bit concerning what's going on with Darius. I don't know what happened. They haven't showed the replay, have they?
If I'm Miami, I'm like, why am I not going for Garland?
Yeah. Another air ball from Jovic. Still haven't gotten
Ben. Garland, we haven't seen the injury, but he's been limping for the better part of the minute.
Could have been like a Charlie horse type of thing, but he still doesn't look like he's moving great. Here's Donovan getting to the rim. Really tough shot. Wow.
I'm not getting the feeling, though, it's an ankle thing. I feel like it's like
it looks like a knee. Yeah.
All right, Tony, you're a YouTube doctor.
Well, you see, guys, it looks like he either is cramping or he took knee-to-knee contact, or I don't know. But the fact that he's still on the floor tells me that it can't be that serious.
I'm going to say bone contusion on the left knee.
Oh, they gave him the call. All right, the Cavs, man. This late game execution. It's gonna be tight. Let's see. Oh, I challenge that. That's an unnatural shooting motion. He veered into Jarrett Allen. By the rule book, that is an offensive foul. So if I'm Kenny Atkinson, I'm throwing up the challenge. I believe he still has one. Let's go, Kenny. Let's go. This should be, from my understanding of the rule book, and maybe I'm just wrong, but that is an unnatural. He veered off of his normal path to jump into Jarrett Allen. That is an offensive foul. They usually do a pretty good job with this. If Jarrett Allen was directly behind him and he suddenly stopped, it would be a foul on Jarrett Allen. But he jumps into Jarrett Allen here, as you'll see. He jumps to his left into Jarrett Allen. I'm going to be a little upset if maybe if it's not an offensive foul, fine, but like this should not be a foul on Jarrett Allen.
Yeah, the carry was into Allen, and that was before the shot attempt even started.
And if it's ruled not a shooting foul, let's say they don't say offensive foul, it's not a shooting foul, Evan Mobley gets the rebound right away. So imminent possession will go to the Cavs. If the refs do the right thing. Now, we could very well see that I thought we were about to find out. We could very well see that maybe they just blow it, but I feel good about it.
I feel like the longer they're there, the better it goes for the Cavs.
Yeah, because that means they're starting to look at who had possession after the shot and everything.
Yep. I think this is a more of an overall issue with the review process. I think that it should be the league office looks at it, not the refs on the floor.
Yep.
Like, why are we having the committee that I feel like you might be biased to your own call?
Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, good call, Ben. Gene, can you get in here and let us know what it is? Hey, guys, looks like a foul. Thanks, Gene.
Yeah.
All right.
Just the biggest waste of time in the broadcast. Good job, Tony Brothers,
And their hit rate is so low. Every time they call the ref expert in, like in football, they'll be like, what do you think, Gene? Is that pass interference? He'd be like, no, I don't think so, guys. That clearly doesn't look like it. And then it cuts to the review, and it's like, it was pass interference. It's like, oh. Well, thanks, Gene.
Wait, whoa. They're calling this a jump ball? What? Okay, so we shouldn't even give credit where we thought it was due, because that literally, I mean, yeah, it hit the rim, but like, I don't know the rules. Maybe there's something there that I'm missing. That ball literally landed in Evan Mobley's lap. All right, well, let's just win the jump ball.
Should be easy.
Win the jump ball.
Yeah, Tony, this is kind of messed up, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Tony's doing.
Yeah, this Tony guy's got to get it together. Okay.
All right, well.
Jarrett's on the
Jarrett
floor.
Allen, get up.
All right.
Get up. Jarrett.
I can live with that.
Air ball. Oh, that looks short right away. Mobley, what are you doing? Come on. Okay.
Why did it look like Evan was ready to do a half-court heave?
Didn't it look like he was about to heave it for the $10,000? Yeah. I was like, what are you doing?
Key Bank, are you still here?
Yeah, that Jovic shot looks. Look, he's looking for someone to pass it to, but yeah, you know what? He fought the intrusive thoughts, the Westbrook thoughts. There was only one person in front of him. He could have gone coast to coast. Evan wanted the 4-point play. Yeah, he's trying to Chris Paul it. He's waiting to feel the contact on his hip, then he's going to let that fly from full court. Didn't they lost a playoff game off that? Didn't they? The Clippers, Chris Paul tried to draw a full court foul, and then OKC came back. You guys remember that?
Well,
Chris
even
Paul,
in this
one of a kind
postseason, Russell Westbrook decided to dribble it into James Harden at the end of that Clippers-Nuggets game, where even Bob Myers is like, with Russell Westbrook, sometimes you win some, and sometimes he just doesn't have it.
Westbrook. But that first game against the Nuggets, or against the Clippers, was generational. All right, well, yeah, good job by the Cavs to hang on.
And he hit both free throws.
It's never good to blow like an 18-point lead or whatever they had, but God damn it, they held on, and that matters because it's the playoffs now, and you're going to Miami up 2-0. How did the Cavs blow that lead? Can I get it? Too long, didn't read. Basically, and I want to go back and rewatch everything to give you a more in-depth explanation, but Cavs offense kind of started sputtering out. They're running a lot of ISO ball, kind of got too happy trying to hunt Tyler Herro and other guys in mismatches like Jovic. Like it went more ISO ball. Let's go one-on-one with the mismatch. Offense kind of sputtered a little bit. And then Miami, I'll just give credit to where it's due. Burying jumpers, burying three-pointers. Jovic honestly made a big difference. You won't see it in the box sheet, but Jovic made a big difference. His size, he kept getting like Sam Merrill on him. And then the Cavs are kind of overreact, double team. He passes it out. Ball swings around. Highsmith is 6 of 7 from 3 in the series. He hit a couple threes. Box sheet, box score. You know what I mean, Dan. Stat sheet, box score. Come on. I'm doing my best. All right. But yeah, that's basically what I would say is Miami Miami is relentless, right? Like they're going to keep chipping away. And if you're going to beat them, you got to keep your foot on the gas and keep them down. And the Cavs, their offense, let them off the hook. The defense kind of got a little too, they were overhelping, overreacting to stuff. They were into rotation a lot, and they almost blew it. But they came together at the end and got the job done. We're letting them meow, says Sam Merrill. And before I forget, there is going to be a post-game pod today. It just won't be until after this game ends. Me and Corey, we're going to do our writing for Fear the Sword. I'm doing the grades. Corey's doing winners and losers, I believe, right?
Yep.
You signed up for that one. So we'll have some Fear the Sword content coming out. And then once Jackson's done with the post-game interviews, we're all going to record a post-game pod. So that'll probably be up in I'd say somewhere around 2 hours. So it's going to be late. You can watch it in the morning. It'll be up. And so, yeah, it'll be a post-game dub pod unless they completely blow it. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Night Gaunt 37. Mentioned it. Ben. Donovan Mitchell just single-handedly carried us to the finish line there for a minute. Because they were really struggling to find any offense, and he had a couple big shots down the stretch.
Notable that
not
Garland
hitting 120
ran to get that board.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit 120 if they foul for some unforeseen reason. Well, there you go. Oh wait, no, I thought they were still going to add the 2 points from that putback. They already did.
He's still limping though.
Yeah, did the broadcast even mention that he's limping?
No. But he also got this offensive board by chasing it. So
yeah,
can't be too bad. Maybe it is like a bone bruise type thing or something where it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah. Hopefully we get some, because the thing is all the adrenaline and stuff, he's moving really pretty okay though. Like I know he's limping, but right there when you see him run, like everything's still working. Everything in that leg's still working. It just hurts. So hopefully he's okay.
Tony, this analysis is just meant for another YouTube channel.
This is what you're here for, you know. You're here for Tony MD.
Sports
I'm breaking
science.
it down. You can tell everything in that leg is still working, guys.
Let's go to the diagram of the leg on my second screen.
I mean, look at him running right now. That's 2 working legs, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The back pedal looks worse than the forward movement, though. So it might be a back pedal type of thing.
Anterior ligament, of course. Yes.
You know, it's very common in my practice. The back pedal thing is tough to.
It's
oh,
huge.
whoa! Wait a second. The Miami Heat said, "Here's some free French fries for the Cleveland crowd." Eric Spoelstra says, "You know, the Miami fans who live in Cleveland, you're walking away with something." Making
Team
sure you guys
bus
walk
is
away
stopping at a Mickey D's before the flight back.
He said, "We forgot to budget for the team dinner after tonight's game. We got to make sure that we get something. Everybody gets a little something."
Pat Riley, you know, doesn't check the weight of his players or anything routinely. So
I have a feeling these free throws are healing Darius Garland as we speak. The ball has a healing power, and seeing the ball go through the net just accelerates your process. There's free French fries.
Guy.
The diff did get pretty flaccid, but it ends up it's +9. That's not a bad diff. Donovan Mitchell hyping the crowd up. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, the Cavs, they got a little cute with it down the stretch. It got kind of ugly, but they pulled it out, and I think that stuff matters. The maturity from this team not to fold completely, bounce back, and end up winning the game by 9. That's good stuff to carry forward into the playoffs. You're going to go back to Miami. You just got to win 2 of the next 5. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. Corey, what are your last thoughts on this Cavs game?
I think this hopefully is the toughest game in the series that the Cavs are going to have. I hope that we kind of are working our way through a lot of the lineups that we think are going to stick. I think Miami showed us different looks in this game, went taller, kind of took advantage of the size they had. And the question is, how are the Cavs going forward going to tackle that size? Not that I expect Miami shooting to kind of stay the same. I think this might be the peak Miami game for what we're seeing in terms of converting on difficult shot making. But the fact that the Cavs were able to grit out a game where the Heat basically were hitting all the shots that the Cavs were asking them to is a good sign. For as disappointing it is that we're not blowing the Heat out every single game.
For sure. Freddie B on YouTube says, "This is why we wanted to play Miami. They're going to push us." And I agree completely. It's good for the Cavs to go through some of these tests in the first round. It's something that, you know, I've talked about a lot. Getting a good punch for Miami, weathering that storm and closing out the game, that stuff matters for a young team that's trying to go far in the playoffs. And so I'm happy. Listen, it wasn't the best win of the season, but it's a win and it's a playoff win. So it's good for the Cavs. Thank you to everyone on YouTube and Playback who tuned into this watch party. We're going to keep doing this throughout the playoffs. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube or if you're not following on Playback, please hit the subscribe button or the follow button right now. Really, really appreciate it. We will have a podcast coming up on my YouTube channel very soon. Just keep an eye on that. And go to fearthesword.com because we're about to have a bunch of post-game content going up ASAP. With all that being said, shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks for being here. Chat gets an A+, and Cavs 2-0 going to Miami.